been so long. I don't remember what I used my other screen for anymore.
Uh,
Oh, oh, maybe. Maybe that's what I used
um,
it for.
it's a mad dash, everyone. It's a mad dash.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to that. Let's
Oh my
see.
god. Why?
Oh, there it is. Clicking on it.
Why is mine not
Am I
showing
gonna?
up? Dude,
There it is.
dude, that's mad baloney. All right. Oh, let me get to it
Oh, but I
anyways.
misspelled it. Dang. Dang, dang, dang.
All right, we're back. Episode 100 Halloween extravaganza to be Nick D. Nick D with a throwback t-shirt too. I just Nick
Coincidentally.
D.
Coincidentally. Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty crazy, Nick D.
I didn't even make that
Episode
connection. Yeah.
100, Nick D's wearing the throwback t-shirt. Sadu's here. Sadu, it's episode 100. You got to stay up late tonight, boys. No,
What's up,
Sadu.
Sadu?
Stay for at least
He's
a few
going to
minutes
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Stay for a few minutes here.
He's out. He's out.
And live from New York City, Jarvis Jerry.
Beep boo. Bapu.
All right, so dude, at least fucking stay for um the cola challenge. I got the Coke. I've been waiting to do this for a hot minute. It's been in the fridge, and I have the cookies. I'm not gonna lie, I ate pretty much, I think, all of them but two. So it's time to now reveal which one tastes. The thing I wanted to talk about that I feel like I didn't see anyone discuss was which one tastes more like the thing it's supposed to taste like. Does the drink taste more like the Oreo jar, or does the Oreo taste more like the Coke? That's what I want to fucking know, and no one's talking about that till us. Ooh, sounds pretty flat, boys.
Sure. I only had so I only had the Coke, and that was the thing I noticed too. So I don't know if that's just a thing of them being shipped. Maybe they were on a bumpy
Well, no,
path, but
mine's,
yeah, mine wasn't necessarily spicy.
it's got some bubbles to it.
Um,
Okay. Here we go. Look,
it
I'm
should
more.
have that nice sizzle. Waiting. He's savoring. Oh, he's
Okay.
doing them just back to back. You're gonna have a water cleanser. Is he having a water cleanser?
I'll have
Oh
a
no,
water
he's acting like
cleanser.
he can't
I'll
hear
have a
me.
water cleanser.
It's cool that it says Coke on the back. Like, that looks cool.
Normal on that side. Jared, good call. Jared, good call.
You gotta cleanse that palate, you know? Here it is. First bite. Oh, wow. So, is that how you always eat Oreos?
No,
Is that your normal Oreo?
no.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Are
that's
each
crazy.
half, does each half taste different?
The top
Or
half
does it just
tastes.
die?
No, the top cookie tastes different. I think the flavor of the cola is because I've eaten a bunch of these. The first thing is they put some form, and they did the same thing with the 4th of July cookie. They put some kind of like pop rock in the frosting to give it a cola vibe. Number one. Number two, I think the cola flavoring is coming from the red top.
Let's see.
What's
We have a
one?
graph. I got a graph. Doing my job. So this is a chocolate cookie with Coca-Cola syrup, and then we have Coca-Cola inspired flavor creme with popping candy, and then we have a red colored golden Oreo cookie. So it's a golden Oreo with red
Sick.
coloring, and this is a chocolate Oreo cola syrup.
Really?
The creme with the popping.
Really? Well,
Is this a limited time or is this a thing now?
it's only time.
Limited time.
Limited?
Limited edition.
Will there ever be a Pepsi Oreo? Or are they like?
I think the more interesting
Serving
one
is 2 cookies. Dang.
I think the more interesting collabo item is the cookie over the drink. The drink tastes like a fucking vanilla Coke.
Yeah, thank you. That is what I was gonna say. The Coke just tastes like vanilla Coke. It does not have any chocolatey notes at all, or anything reminiscent of like an Oreo at all. Tastes
The
like vanilla Coke.
Oreo is not good by any means. It's not horrible. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the main reason I ate them. Oh, we lost Jer.
Trying to switch my camera. Give me 1 sec. Might need to unplug it and then plug it back in.
The Oreo is way more interesting than the drink. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm gonna finish this cola. Mainly because I'm not like I'm
not
also not a
good.
fan of like it's a vanilla Coke, but like a not good vanilla Coke. I'm also not a fan of the zero Coke Zero.
Yeah, I could only find it in Coke Zero.
They no,
is it only
Jared,
in
they
Coke
only
Zero?
made it in Coke Zero. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I had it too, and the same thing. It seemed a little flat, and then just tastes like vanilla Coke. So it wasn't even like special. It wasn't even worth it.
I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sadu. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna sit here and say. I'm giving you which one of the two is more. Like my whole thing was which one was more interesting and close to like doing what they were saying they were doing. And I think the Oreo is closer to doing what they were saying they were trying to do, which is flip flop, right? They were trying to flip flop. That's how I took it.
I will say the Oreo Coke was way better than that haunted apple Fanta.
The
I
Beetlejuice
had.
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't finish that. I think I did finish the Coke. It was the Fanta I did not finish.
That was last week's stream.
Yeah, didn't finish it after we all hopped off. I think even after we hopped off the Patreon show after that the Patreons get yeah, didn't finish it.
Wow.
Wasn't good.
I'm sure I must have been around both of them, but I don't think I've seen them in person. But I'm sure I haven't. I just didn't.
Which wait,
block it.
This the cola?
Yeah, like I don't know.
No, Nick
like,
D,
I
have
don't
you
know
been
if
to the
I've seen
Safeway
it.
by the house?
I mean, I usually go to the top.
Ah,
Yeah,
take me to the top.
but I'm sure they have it. Sure they have it. Yeah,
The one,
I go right to the top.
The one around the corner from me, it's like on the aisle and end caps.
Yeah,
It was for like a week or two. I don't know if it still is.
I think I went to that one maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you probably just walked by it because it like look at it. It kind of like just looks like a normal
Coke Zero. Yeah,
unless you see the Oreo logo.
Yeah.
The cookie's interesting,
But not worth trying. If you like vanilla Coke.
Oh no, here's the thing, Nick D. It's definitely worth. I don't buy soda ever really. I stopped even buying it at the movies. I've cut myself off, you know. But now I use this show and that right there as an excuse to get it and try it. Oh, I gotta try it on the show. You know?
I got the.
It's a bummer this sucks.
I should pour myself a glass of. I got myself the Shirley Temple 7-Up.
Oh, bust that out! Bust that out, bro! Bust it out!
Glass. I can go pour a glass.
Yeah, go pour yourself a glass of one of those. I am gonna drink more of it just because I got that in the water. But yeah. And Sadu, now you can go off to bed. You stayed for the food segment.
Thank you for staying.
Yeah, we super appreciate you being here to celebrate the 100th episode, Halloween extravaganza. We're back, baby.
Before you go, Sue, the gluten-free Chips Ahoy, just had them the other night. Pretty tasty. If you're looking for a gluten-free cookie, the Oreos are pretty good too. Those have been my go-to. Now they've just added.
Are Nutter Butters gluten-free?
No.
They're not. No.
No, Nick, don't be
You know who
fucking
needs to make some
stupid,
No,
is
bro.
Teddy Grahams, but more importantly, Pop Tarts. Pop Tarts, man, get a gluten-free
I think
Pop Tart in there,
I've seen gluten-free
yeah.
Pop Tarts.
but
Teddy
not by
Grahams
Pop Tart.
though.
Not by
What?
What a
Pop Tart.
call out.
Which ones?
Not made by Pop Tart.
Are you sure?
Hunt dog, 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 dog.
Is there a Teddy Grahams tier list? Do we even need it? They're all S.
Oh, all right, Jerry. I'm seeing quite a few, but you're right. No,
Look how red that is.
But there
Look at
are
the color.
Hey,
that is very
there
red.
is fucking options, dude. What is that? Let me see that.
Look at the
I
color.
love a good Shirley Temple.
Um,
No, you're doing
also
that.
say for
You're doing that. What do they call it? With no ice.
Yeah.
neat.
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 Going neat on that, huh?
Yeah.
I
It was
like
in the
it.
fridge, so it's already ice cold.
Yeah, Jerry, you're right though.
For a gluten-free
I guess
cookie,
fuck me,
it's
huh?
a good thing to Chips Ahoy to do. Um, what f you, pal?
On the Pop Tarts thing, you were totally right. They're
Oh yeah.
I mean, we both like there are quite a few brands that make them, so it is out there for you.
Yeah,
But they
is.
are a little
Yeah.
pricey too, to be honest. Here, they're on the pricier side.
Because they're all like organic or
yeah,
whatever.
that's what they always get you. Like
So
if you want to eat
it's a
healthy, you
whole
gotta
thing.
spend out the dick.
They always double it up with you. It's not
Yeah,
just like one thing. It's like we're gonna make it organic too.
yeah.
We're vegan,
What?
and it's just like, no,
What?
man, I'm fine with eggs.
What is the dough in a Pop Tart? Is it pie crust? Like what? You know what I mean? Like what dough are you eating?
Probably. I think like
Just
pie
hit him with
crust,
I'm fine with
like or
eggs,
puff
man.
pastry. Yeah, eggs and milk butter. That's cool. Put that in my cookie. Just not flour, man.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine
And
with
also give me
eggs.
options. Give me more options.
Yeah.
Like most places, they give me one. It's like here's a gluten-free chocolate. Here's different other flavors. Give me at least 3 options.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro.
you know,
You see, dude,
Trainers
you spoke about
Tavern.
vegans, and boom, he fucking arrived.
Hell yeah.
He's like, all right, this is what I can get into.
All right, dude.
Is how
If I'm not mistaken, and now that Riot Guy is here,
do it.
Oreos are vegan. I wonder if the
Are Nutter Butters vegan? Pretty sure.
keeps hitting it with the
I don't know. I guess let's.
Are you fucking Nick? Do you really want a Nutter Butter?
Dude, I've been craving them.
Wait, are Nutter Butters the one that's shaped like the peanut?
Yeah, it's in the red packet.
What's
It's all Chips Ahoy, Oreo. They're all the same.
What's
What is
Nutty
that,
Buddies?
Nabisco?
What's Nutty Buddy is the other one?
It's a, oh yeah. Nutty Buddies are like
By Little Debbie.
yeah, exactly. Like the wafer thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I haven't had
Those are
nutty
fucking bomb,
buddy
dog.
forever.
Those are
Yeah, for
bomb.com.
sure.
Ryan, you just put a thing of broccoli. That didn't answer my Oreo question at all. Are Oreos vegan? Hit me with the answer, right?
Maybe he meant they're vegetarian.
We're supposed to start a fucking. I'm gonna do exclusive talk right now. There's supposed to be a Dangerous Edge live stream starting up, and I'm gonna be involved in it. Supposedly, I even made the Discord,
Sick.
but I'm looking at the Discord right now as we're live, and neither of the other jabronis have. God damn it, Ryan! You and Josh need to step it up, boys. Oh, Ryan's already left, but if you are here, step it up, boys. Yeah, they're vegan. Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
says they're vegan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what about are the Coke ones vegan? You know what? There's fucking one more Coke one. I'm going all out. It's the 100th
Finish it off.
episode.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you have your chip? Or are you just gonna eat your chip too?
No, the chip's behind me on the shelf.
Are those like officially? What are those called?
I
I can see mine, but I can't see the
Here's the chip.
chip.
Here's the chip from the first time Austin did it. Oh, sorry.
Packed
That's the
orange
original one.
chip.
And here's the one we've been waiting to do for quite some time. We missed last year. Right? We're going to get it this year. Austin's living back in town. We're going to get it this year.
I mean, you can still buy them online.
Yeah. Whoa, what happened to Jer?
Jer dipped. Was that the sound of someone leaving, or I thought maybe VK?
Mmm. And he's back.
Oh, I gotta plug my. Why is my
And he's back.
Yeah, I don't know. My internet might be iffy.
Woo!
I don't know. We'll see.
I gotta say,
I'm about to text you.
Jerry, you said that eating 2 of these is like considered a full thing.
What's the serving size?
2 thirds. 2
He's got robot voice.
Mm-hmm.
keys.
He's full blown Jarvis
Me?
Jerry tonight.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does not compute. Does not compute.
All right. Well, Jerry's having some issues. While that's going on, you know what? Whoa. Whoa.
I do think they look cool. They look crazy, like with how red it is and the design. How you can like the red cookie specific.
Just get this all lined up, Nick T. Man, maybe Jerry's internet's really crapping out. Really?
Mm,
I shared that like an idiot. Mm.
do I sound normal?
Jerry, let me just
Yeah.
you chill, bro. I'll do the
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what
so it just
the internet.
I can see you on the stream, but not on the call.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think it's my internet. I don't know what let's see. Let's see how hard the computers work in classic show, get to 100. What do we do? Troubleshoot.
Always something.
It's our favorite. What?
I said it's always something.
No. Activity monitor. Gonna monitor the activity. See how much CPU I'm using. Windows Server, you're using a lot.
Is Logic still open?
Yeah, because that's what I run my mic through, but that's not what what are those things called? Seems like a kernel. Oh,
If I watched that stream, got doubling of every go.
Yeah, don't watch that.
yeah. You could mute it. That's what I did. Is
I'm
muted.
trying to fix it. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Right now, the whole show is a blank screen.
Windows
Cool
server
color.
using a lot of CPU.
Thank you.
No, it's gonna log me out. Don't really want to do that. Okay.
Dude, why won't it let me? They changed how you share the fucking screen, huh? What is that? No, why would I want to share that, dude?
Yeah, like the desktop, Discord desktop. I know Rye Guy already answered it, but Oreos are also accidentally vegan.
What the fuck? Why does it keep sharing that?
Still Discord.
I know, I see.
I know.
I don't
Just
I don't get what the fuck is going on. Yes, finally. You piece of doo doo.
doo. Who watched Maxine?
All right.
I watched Maxine.
Nick watched Maxine.
You didn't watch Maxine?
I have not watched Maxine.
For sure.
Oh, we're starting with Maxine for our first Halloween movie. Nick T, what you got to say? You watched it.
I think if you liked X and Pearl, you're gonna like Maxine. And I could see it ending here, but I don't know. I like this character. I kind of hope it keeps going. I hope there's a fourth, fifth. I liked it.
Well, this is which installment of it? I forget.
3.
It's the third
Yeah, it goes
installment.
X. Yeah, X then Pearl.
Oh, I could hear.
I'd give it an A. Like, yeah, I
Oh, you
think.
give
I
it an
mean,
A. Kevin Bacon's in this.
if you, who's that?
Kevin Bacon.
Oh, Kevin. Oh yeah, dude, Kevin Bacon's great. Yeah. He's awesome.
Wow. Okay, and you give this an
Yeah,
A.
yeah.
It's the third
I mean,
installment.
yeah, I really liked. Like, I thought X was like way better than I expected it to be. And X wasn't what I was expecting to be, and Pearl's like genuine. Still think Pearl's the best one in, but this is great. Yeah. I mean, I don't really think you can start with this one. I don't think it's like, this is like starting with the third.
So would you say it's a Halloween classic, or
Yeah, doesn't it?
give me a?
I don't. It's not. It's not really a Halloween movie. Like, it's like. I mean, if anything, it feels like a summer movie.
Isn't it a horror
It
film
takes
though?
place in. I mean, like, no, I would say suspense thriller. It's not a no, it's not a horror movie at all. And like, it takes place in like LA, and it's all like sunny and breezy and like so. Yeah, no, I mean, horror is just it's gross. Like, holy shit, there's some gross stuff in.
What's that first line it says on the Wikipedia? Maxine is a 2024 horror movie.
Horror.
Yeah, it's
I
probably.
mean,
I think you have a higher
Oh, it came out
tolerance,
this year.
pal.
So
I guess it's like I see why you'd call it horror, but it's also like it feels like war. Like to me, it feels like L.A. Confidential, but like a
you gave it an
modern,
A.
like fucked up L.A. Confidential. Yeah.
Wait till we get to Terrifier later, dog. We got a lot to talk about tonight with this Halloween episode. That's why we came back for the
Yeah,
100th.
yeah.
Nick D's
I mean, yeah,
giving
Jared-
this saying it's not even
Yeah.
horror. It's just it's like an action thriller, man.
It's like a cop drama but I mean, you're following criminal.
Okay.
Yeah, you should see it. Jared. I mean, too, 'cause you should start with.
I need to
go
start.
to
Yeah, I need to
Pearl and
watch. I
stuff.
need to watch all of them to get to this
Yeah.
point. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
All right. So Nick D gives us an
Yeah.
A. Have you seen
Well-
this, Jer?
No. I've seen the other two.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Do you even need to see Pearl for this one? It's like probably not. You probably, because this comes after the first one. And like Pearl's a prequel.
Like you don't need to, because I'm sure you can infer like that's a bad thing happened, but like
Well, if you watch X, I mean, you
like if you
you know.
need to actually you just really need to watch Pearl.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could watch X and this. Like Pearl's kind of like it goes into a character from X.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
Yeah, for sure. You could do that. You could go Pearl this, then X, end with the best one.
Yeah, no, I want to watch it. I just hadn't gotten around to it. So, Halloween's still coming up. Probably watch it.
Like this
either
movie's so
tomorrow or
fun.
Thursday.
It's so.
Yeah, I've heard about a scene in it. And that it's like, yeah, I can assume.
I wonder what we're talking.
I mean, it's been out. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I mean,
just something to do with like testicles. Like I don't know if it's testicles and boots, but just I know testicles are like. So it's like, oh, they probably get smashed good. Is my assumption.
The one in the alley. Okay, interesting.
So yeah, I don't know.
I won't spoil anything.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty recently came out, right? This one.
Sometime this year.
Earlier this year.
I think it's newly streaming, so probably like within.
Came out in July.
Yeah, what's the DVD on?
July. I think it's on Max.
It's on Max or Field?
I think I forget where I watched it.
I'm looking at it. It's
okay.
Max. Yeah. Wanted to see it. So I will. I'll watch it.
I got kicked out of our YouTube. So give me 1 second. Keep going. Or you know what? Here, let me switch to. Let me switch to something else you guys saw. There we go. Boom. Hit me with this one, boys. Who watched this one?
Can't even read that. What does that say? Oh, I saw that. Same thing. I'd give it an A, but I think this is one of those movies that's like, I really, really thought it was great. It's a lot of practical effects, super gross body horror. Got a cool soundtrack. It's got great sound design.
Is it actual horror film, or would you also say this is?
No, this is like gross out, like body horror. Kira Baby, Cronenberg.
Or he didn't direct it, he?
No. Can we pull up who did direct it? What they've
This lady?
Oh wow, she's only done one other movie.
What's that movie?
Revenge. Okay, I'm back. I'm back in, boys. I'm back in. All right. So what would you rate this, Nick D?
I mean,
What's
I'd
the
give it an A.
storyline?
I love this movie, but
What's it about?
it's like an Demi Moore is like an aging actress. She's got a show. She's just kind of coasting and doing her thing. Then she finds out, she realizes that they fire her to start to hire a younger, prettier actress to take over the role, to take over the spot. And so she finds out about this like procedure, this drug you can take that will I don't want to like go too much into it. That I guess it's safe to say it doesn't
Yeah, you don't have to
turn
explain the whole
you.
thing, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I'll just stop. I'll just
And
because
then
it's
and
like
then what?
it's
She's
not a
gotta
big
and then
detail.
but then she's gotta do what at that point? Survive?
I mean, well, no, I guess I'll just say this because it's not really spoiling it. Like this is a fucking movie. It's not a spoiler. The procedure. It's not like it turns her younger. Her DNA is used to create a clone that's younger and has all the better qualities. So so she sends her clone in to get the job. So it's like all of her DNA is still at the top. You know what I mean? It's like this weird look at like vanity where it's like it's not like Demi Moore gets to go still be in this role, but it's like almost like as if her daughter was. But like but it's like instead of her daughter, it's 100% just her clone.
But so with that, does the younger version have her memories? So is it a thing of like, oh, consciousness, like when are you type thing, or is it more of like
No,
biological, like you're saying, kind of like?
it's like what the program keeps telling her that it's like there is no more like you and her. Like it's like you're both her. You're both. It's like so yes that she has all the memories. Everything is what it is. Is it's 7 days off and 7 days on. So like Demi Moore gets to be out and about like moving around for 7 days, and then the clone goes out, and then there's 7 days worth of food for Demi Moore in an IV, and it's like they just trade, so they never actually really interact at all because it's like once that 7 days hit, it's like they're like down, they're like starving, and they're like comatose, and it's like, and so they're just kind of watching what the other one is doing when.
Okay. So what do you give it?
Interesting.
And so I'd give it an A. The ending is not like the rest of the movie. Like the ending is so wild that it literally becomes like this different thing at the end. And it's like you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
And this is
I think
also
the
this year.
first
This came out this year as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
2024.
Yeah, this
I
came out
think
pretty recently.
I think you guys will really like the first like 3 quarters of this movie. The ending, you know, I could see people liking or hating. I loved it just because I was like, what the
Okay.
it
I
just
want
like
to check
goes
this out. Oh,
it
this is
just goes
I've heard of this movie. It's got a bunch of like cinematography that's like paying homage to like Kubrick films and shit, right?
It's so cool looking. It's so
I
cool
want to see this. Where'd
sounding.
you watch this, Nick?
Like Pleasant Hill.
Oh, you saw it in theaters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Like
Did
the
you ask?
other,
You
like
asked me the other day to go to this, didn't you not? Or text us?
yeah, yeah. I was like, I
Yeah,
asked
I
you
fucked
if you
up.
and BK wanted to
I
go, and I
fucked
was like,
up. I fucked up.
it still might be there. It still might be there.
All right, so A. All right, well, let's move to a not so good movie. All right, I watched The Mummy. I
And
had
this is from what year?
2017. This was supposed to be the kickoff.
I saw this.
This was supposed to be the kickoff, if I'm not mistaken, of them bringing back the Universal monster universe. I never had seen this movie. I feel like honestly feel like they kind of hid it for a while. Like I never really saw it pop up on streamers. Jake Johnson is in it, and I do like him from New Girl fame. Russell Crowe, it was going to be the big bad, I guess, the overarching big bad throughout all the films, I guess. It's kind of how
And
they
who
were
is
building
that?
it up.
Who is he supposed to be?
No, he's just Jekyll.
No, but,
yeah,
but like
no, I think I
he
don't
was
think
the
he
one
supposed
that
to
was
be the.
collecting all of the other
Oh, maybe. I
like
guess so.
creatures.
He
and
was
stuff.
Nick Fury.
Kind like I don't. I was am I wrong, Jared? Like I don't know.
So again, I don't know if I've seen the beginning of this. I think I've like caught it maybe like a quarter in and then started watching. So I never
Yeah.
really saw the setup, and it was like it's fine, but like it wasn't enough for everybody. Like I'm gonna go back and see what happens. It's like whatever. I don't need to know the full story.
Overall, as a
Um,
movie, it's not very good. It like the thing too is it like any type of mummy movie automatically gets compared to The Mummy, Brendan Fraser, and it's like I don't think that they did anything cooler than that film. And I know it's a total different thing, but here's the other thing: like when it comes to the Universal monsters, when I think of the Universal Mummy, it's like the traditional "Ooh, I'm gonna get you" kind of mummy. And this movie definitely feels more like it's trying to be the mummy than it feels like it's trying to be "Ooh, I'm trying to get you, mummy," right? So I don't know
They
what
should
the
make
fuck they were going
a
for.
mummy movie like It Follows,
Yeah,
where it's
he
like
should
a
be kind of creepy
slow
coming out of the
burn.
closet. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and but do
yeah.
like maybe the first 1/3 you do some Egyptian shit to build up the whole how he comes to life, or flashbacks, however you want to do it to the Egyptian shit. But like this wasn't it. I would give this a solid D. I want to almost say C because it is Tom Cruise and it kind of is a C. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say C because it is Jake Johnson and I want to give Jake Johnson. It's a C. It's a C minus to D plus vibe.
Who
Jake
directed it?
Jake Johnson and Tom Cruise being in it saves it a little bit. Russell, I love Russell Crowe, but this was not Russell Crowe moment. Him as the bad guy just was not working for me. The director is
Not
this
as good as
guy. Let's see what
Gladiator.
he's done. He produced Sleepy Hollow, the TV series. He produced the Star Trek
I didn't even know there was.
movie. What has he directed, though? Let's see. He's written stuff. He's only directed 7 things.
It'd be cool if it was The Scorpion King, The Mummy.
Okay, so this is like the only big movie he's directed. So there you go.
Okay.
He's done some TV. He's a one and done as far as the movie's concerned, boys. And that's that. Let's move off
Okay.
that. Let's get to let's save Terrifier. That's the big Halloween movie of the year. I don't think we talked about me watching this, and I'll be fast with it. I watched The
I
Watcher.
really wanted to see 3 this weekend, but I didn't make it happen. I'm gonna try
I
to make
watched
it.
too.
You watched this year?
What?
So
Or you watched?
What were you saying, Nick?
I might just try to see Terrifier before Halloween.
We were Nick D. We'll speak on that after this. We'll speak on this after the show. You saw this year or no?
So yeah, we all watched it.
We all watched this. Okay. Little Shyamalan's first movie. Now, here's what I'm going to say before we really get into this. She's only, if I'm not mistaken, 25 years old. I mean, nepotism, 150%. Like, that's not even doubtable. But the fact that she's 25 and she did direct this is still, I mean, her only other thing is doing that TV show that her dad also did with her, obviously, for the Apple Plus. But I do want to give a little credit there, but as a movie, I did not think this is very enjoyable. It built up to this thing, and then like when I did see the monsters or whatever, I was kind of like, whatever. The room seems cool, like the whole idea seems cool, but it doesn't really go anywhere in particular. That was my whole vibe on it. I give it a C. For you tried something. Um, They're supposed to be fairies, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, I feel.
Spoiler.
I feel
Spoiler.
what she did the opposite of the Village, where the Village is like, oh, they're all actors in costumes. Where this, like you said, it's like, nope, there's real fairies, and like they're stuck in this forest, and it was just kind of like it just didn't work. I don't know. Like you said, there were things that were fine, but in this, it's like again, it almost would have been better if we didn't see them and we didn't get much of an
Well,
explanation.
and the twist wasn't that much of a twist.
No, with again, who cares? Because it's not a great movie. That the old lady is a fairy.
Well,
That
not only
she's
is that she a
or
fairy,
half breed,
yeah,
whatever. That
there
she
you
can
go.
leave or
Yeah,
something.
she can
Yeah.
leave or whatever it is. Like
But I
that
feel
kind of
I
like
don't
pissed
know.
me off a little bit. I was like, but you know what?
It was weird and unnecessary.
It did at least it was like I paid attention. I will say that, and it caught me. But I was also like here's what I'm gonna say because the next one I'm gonna probably pull up is her dad's movie because I watched it. The thing I think that's like interesting about their films is I think it's like especially after watching Terrifier, which we'll talk about later. Dude, making PG-13 horror is an interesting vibe in today's like atmosphere. When you have things like Terrifier that isn't even rated, and in Europe they're legit not letting minors even see it, even with a parent. This type of movie is so different than that it's like the thing I'll say about her dad's film. I think we'll talk about that in a minute. Actually, I'll save it. But yeah, it's just PG-13 horror is different.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can say about it, right? Like, it's PG-13 horror.
I don't know. It's
very
pointless.
What PG-13 horror?
It's very like YA, like young adult. Like it's very like Goosebumps. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
It's like one step above that.
This movie,
one step above
it. like to me, this movie's just like the flip side of like Pan's Labyrinth, where they're like, ooh, instead of showing the monsters and being a part of the monster world, like this is like scary and you're a part with the humans. It's like, I guess, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like I get that whole fairy tale horror thing is like the other side of that. Like you're not with the fairies.
I did like the visuals of them being inside and that whole story.
Yeah,
the first half, the build up. Yeah, the build up was great. I just
didn't like the ending.
The landing, the ending, the last 1/3 was just like, it wasn't it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd give this.
But I thought it looked cool. I like the vibe.
I give it a C. I give it a solid C. C. Yeah. I'll even go up to for her first feature film. Now, did she write it? Yeah, she wrote it. With probably some kind of help, but following in her dad's footsteps, I give it a C plus. It was cool. And Austin wants to come on and do his trailer episode. This movie had a great trailer when I first saw it, and I was like, oh, this might be cool. I thought the trailer was cool when I first saw it. So I'm going.
I'm not here to be nice.
All right, hit us. Jerry's hitting us with a D. Jerry's hitting us with a D.
It's, like that's fine. It's the first movie, blah blah blah. But it's just like,
oh, wait till we get to Terrifier. Jerry says what happened with him. All right, Nick D.
Yeah, I'd give it a C. I think my whole thing was and I don't even really remember. It's a minute. It's like, yeah.
Hey, Jared, this movie made in the 80s though, and the monsters were practical effects. Solid B. Let me throw that out at you.
It reminds me of that Tooth Fairy movie. Again, it's just a little bit of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do remember. Yeah, that Tooth Fairy. Yeah.
Whole, like, ooh, they built us this. Like, it just didn't make sense of like, what? Who built the room? Was it the fairies or was it the scientists? It's just like, I don't know. I guess it was the scientist built it in the forest. It was just weird.
Yeah. It was the scientist.
Yeah.
It was weird.
All right.
Oh, well, yep. Watch this too.
You watched it, Jerry?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell by Jerry's going to give it a bad.
We paid for it.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It just came out.
Yeah, when we watched it like 2 weeks ago. I'm lucky because we put it off, because it started at like $20 or $25, and it was like, it's like no. We at least waited till it was $5. I think we paid $5 or $9.
All right,
we didn't pay the full price. That's why you're getting this response.
I got it. I waited out like a good little boy and waited till it was on HBO Masterfield, and the minute it popped off, I was stoked. I love the Shyamalan-y. And here's what I'll say with this one. It was the same thing I was saying on the last one. PG-13. I think this movie, especially after watching some really fucked up horror movies the past few weeks, mainly Austin's fault. This movie, Jer, hear me out, because I could see in your face you're gonna give this a bad score. If he would have popped off and killed a few people in the arena in the first 2/3 of the movie, this movie could have been a home run. and then it ends with the way it
It's
ends.
it's not.
I don't want to get into
Yeah,
the
it's
ending.
definitely not like a horror movie. Who cares?
All right, yeah, fine.
Yeah,
The
no, who
ending,
cares? Because that's I'm gonna spoil it. So it's like, because yeah, again, I didn't care for this movie. It's there's who fucking cares?
Yeah, all right, fine.
Gonna spoil
No
it.
one's watched this
But
anyways.
it's
That's
definitely
fine.
not. It's definitely not like horror. It's a lot more thriller. Because yeah,
and,
he
I
really. I
liked it.
don't think anyone dies.
No one dies in the
Necessarily,
first half.
like you said, he does. We don't see him kill anyone, but it's like, oh, this prolific
He's a
serial killer,
serial
and it's like,
killer.
well,
Oh,
like
He's
like
killed 12
yeah,
people.
super, yeah.
He's killed
And
12
they've
people.
been like
stars?
looking for him.
No, just 12 people.
No, he doesn't kill pop stars.
So Nick, to give you the rundown, is he's killed 12 people.
Okay.
But the movie starts off with just a guy taking his daughter to a concert. And as he's going into the concert and stuff, he starts looking
You're
around.
really gonna give like a scene by scene?
No,
oh my
no,
god,
no,
he's
no,
at
no,
a concert.
no.
And they got wind that
He
he's gonna
sees-
be there.
he
so
sees that
they
there's
cut.
cops
They
and
don't, no,
shit.
see, you're
Because
trying to like
and then boom,
play by play.
Nah, boom! All of a sudden, there's hella cops and shit. And then the first 2/3 of the movie, is him trying to get out of the arena because there's cops at every fucking door and shit. Last 1/3 of the movie is at his house with some like family drama. That's all we need to say. That's all we need to say.
Do they think? Do they know?
No, I did not. I kept it super like Jared. There's way more to the movie. Jared's hella like ragging on me here. And M. Night's daughter sings throughout it, and M. Night plays a character as well.
Things?
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's oldest daughter, she plays the pop star who's singing on stage. And
Not the one who directed the last one.
No. That's his middle daughter. He has 3 daughters. His oldest daughter is the star or co-star of this film. His middle daughter is the director one, and then his youngest daughter, I think, is his youngest daughter, still maybe in school or what have you.
She's not in movies though.
Not in movies yet. The point being is his daughter is the pop star singing on stage. That honestly, for the first, am I wrong, Jared? For the first almost 2/3 of the movie, it doesn't even matter that she's singing on stage. They cut to it every now and then, but really the focus is on homie trying to get out. I thought it was suspenseful, but I think that it would have caught more as a horror film. It would have caught more attention if he would have killed at least 1 to 2 people throughout the building. Yes, I just spoiled at least that he doesn't do anything really. It's suspenseful and shit the whole time, and he's
not really.
I thought it was
not really. They really. I don't. That's the other thing is I don't think they were good with that. He did what like. Dude, in the end, oh my god, yeah.
The ending. Okay, let me say this, Jer. I liked the first 2/3. Okay, now would it have been way more badass if he would have actually killed some motherfuckers? Yes. The last 1/3 lost me, and I will reflect my rating on the last 1/3 as well. If we consider what he presented as a twist,
which
is not a twist at all.
The twist was, yeah.
Should I just?
So,
all right, spoilers.
Again,
spoilers.
I'm going to spoil it, so it doesn't really
Just
matter.
Go ahead
so
and say
again,
it.
it's a whole thing
Just
of like
fucking say
he's that it's like his wife. His
planted
wife
the ticket.
tipped the cops off or something.
She planted the ticket and then called it in. Yeah.
It's like. And so again,
did
like
she
the
help
cops
him
know
with the murders?
No.
So it's a thing. Like his family doesn't know that he's a killer. He's watching his victim. Again, it doesn't fucking. None of this matters. It's a thing of like all the exits are cut off. The cops are checking all the IDs. They know it's a man. So the orders are, and they spent way too much time talking about the FBI lady as if she was super important, and she was not important at all. They were so weird about that. Yeah, they were so weird about it because they didn't show her face for such a long time that it was going to be like, is it going to be his mom or something? Then it was just some lady. They built her up for no goddamn reason. That movie is such a fucking mess.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
So again, the
I don't know about
FBI's orders, the police's orders were no man can get out of here without being checked for ID. And Josh Hartnett swindles his way to get his daughter on stage, backstage, and then he tells the pop star daughter, "Hey, I'm the serial killer. If you don't help me get out of here, I'm gonna kill the guy right now." And so
it shows her the video of the guy live in some room, in an
And
abandoned
so
house.
and he's like, "You're gonna take me in your limo to get me out of here." And so they're walking through, and she just tells the cops he's with me. They let him out. That is so fucking bullshit. That the cops are looking for an older man. The cops even question, like, "Wait, who is he? Has he been checked?" And Shyamalan is just like, "Oh, his daughter has cancer," which is a lie.
Leukemia.
And so they just let him go. The cops just let him
Leukemia is
through
not a
because
fucking around
Shyamalan
thing,
tells
Jared.
him
Chill, bro.
that his daughter's sick. No, dude. If they're looking to, it makes no sense. And then you get to the whole like his wife turned him in. It's like, who fucking cares? It's so bad. This movie
Is
was
that
so
literally the
bad.
next day? Like
No,
he
it's all
makes it
it's all
home.
no,
The
it's all the
same
same
night.
day. It's all the same day.
It's
Oh
all
yeah,
the
oh yeah.
same
It's
night.
like
He
Hey,
goes
Kid
home.
Cudi.
He
Your
talks to his.
enthusiasm.
Kid
Dun,
Cudi.
It's
dun,
so.
Kid Cudi.
And yeah, I was. It's. I don't know. This movie was so bad. It was
I,
so
I
bad.
I I really liked it.
And again, I
Up
paid
until
for
the
it. It
end.
was a thing where Karina wanted to watch, and I was like, we're not paying $20 for this. We waited till it was like 5 or
Oh,
10.
this scene was cool.
And then even Karina
This
was
scene was
like, it
cool.
wasn't good.
This scene was cool.
What?
Where Josh Arnett fucks it. That's actually, dude. Okay, I'll point this up. This is the only person he fucks up in the movie that you see, that you actually see, that you actually
trips
see.
her or whatever.
This is the only girl. No. He puts the oil bomb. Like he makes the oven into a bomb.
Oh, so he does hurt two people. He pushes the one woman downstairs.
Oh,
He
that's
hurts
right.
a lot of
That's
women.
right. That's
He pushes
right.
the woman down,
That's
the drunk
right.
woman
Yeah.
downstairs.
He shoves that
And
woman
then,
down the staircase.
that one, he's
That's
he's,
right.
he does spill
I
hot
forgot
oil
about
on
that.
that woman. He like puts it in
he
a
hot
microwave
oil
or
bombs
something.
her. Well, he may or may not have blinded a cop at the end of the film too. He like gouges that cop's eye. If we're really getting into the finer
Probably.
details of the film,
But again,
it's
telling
okay.
the woman,
The amount of actual
pop
fucking
star.
up people is so minimal. Okay, you know how like
I don't know. Him getting out of there makes no sense.
I've been seeing stuff about like how like there's like villains and shit that are only on camera. Like Darth Vader's only actually on screen for 30 minutes through all three original movies, right? Hannibal Lecter's only on screen for 16 seconds, right? This movie, Josh Arnett is the main serial killer. He's on screen fucking the whole movie, but the difference is that the amount of actually him doing anything is only like 8 minutes.
It's like, and again, he's not menacing at all. And I hated the weird like face close-ups they did of like him. That it's just like, again, I just didn't like the movie. I didn't like.
No, you know what? You want to know?
Like
I'm gonna throw it out there. It reminds me of Future Cameron.
I don't know, but Josh Hartnett is not menacing. Like that movie was not enjoyable at all, and him. And like that scene made no sense.
No, and how he gets out of the car. How he gets out of the car.
Yeah.
Right there, right there, Nick D.
He's like at the house.
He makes a
something
bomb.
happens where he's like in the limo driving the pop star.
Oh, they show you
like,
everything.
I was the limo driver, and then like everybody surrounds the car. And he somehow gets out of the car before it like blows up or something. That makes no sense. That there's literally a crowd around this limo of like.
First, they have the whole house surrounded. No, Jerry, you're jumping even forward past even.
Because again, this movie. I love Shyamalan. So much time on this shit movie.
I love Shyamalan. I said it would be quick. I love Shyamalan, but you're skipping out on like even more ridiculous shit. The house is surrounded, fully surrounded. He like walks around hella slow for hella too long, and he shows it for some reason. Like he's just walking through the house. He opens a closet, Nick D. It cuts back, and then the cops enter the house, and he's vanished. And then they're like, "Oh my god, we found a tunnel. He's gone to the neighbor's house." And then he's already in a cop. That's when he does the thing Jared talks about. He swooped the limo with the pop star all of a sudden. He's driving away. And they never also, Jared, explain how did he get that cop uniform. They don't even show ever how he gets it.
Yeah, the end.
The movie's an A. I give it an A.
Falls apart.
I give it an A. Let's move on to the next movie. What are you giving? Yeah. What are you giving it, Jared? I give it an A.
Like a D. Like it's just not good. It's super. And again, they built her up as if she was like Dr. Loomis from fucking Halloween, and then she was just again. They really, because again, a lot of the movie they don't show her face. They just do the voice again as if it's gonna be like his fucking mom.
Yeah, they make him into like being a big like Mike Myers almost. Yeah.
yeah, there's a whole thing of like, why aren't we
Yeah.
seeing her face? Is he gonna recognize her? And then it's just some woman. Again, the movie is so. I think it went through edits. Is my guess. Is
Yeah.
that it
Is
went
it? I
through
was gonna
weird
say,
edits?
can we pull up? Is it based off a book or something? Like,
No,
No,
I think it's
no.
written by
So
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan wrote
Yeah,
this, and then
Shyamalan
when
wrote
he
this.
realized, because I read about this, yeah, I read about this because I hated it so much. He wrote the movie. He's like, oh, what if I did a horror movie in a concert? And then he's like, oh, my daughter sings, so it's now going to be her. And there's like they show you like 4 full songs of hers because she wrote songs for the movie and blah blah blah. There's like four. There's really like three
Dude,
full songs in the
there's
movie of
guest.
her.
Wait,
It's
dude,
crazy. There's so much time spent on these songs.
there's guest
It's just,
stars that she does songs with Nick D, and they totally show even walking through the backstage that has like Josh Arnett walks by them, and there's like no need. Like the only shot is Josh Arnett. Like now that Jared's saying that, I'm thinking about it, and there is total like B-roll of just like pointless concert footage. It's super ridiculous.
yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm
just
giving it an A.
literally, and he said
He's a
literally
great
said
father.
he made this movie.
He's a great
because,
father.
Like, oh, my daughter. This is not one of his movies. I like some of his other movies.
I
Not
think
this
the
one.
concept.
This was a hard miss.
I think the concept's awesome, but yeah, it's a hard miss. I'm joking when I say A. I'll
Either-
give it a.
Honestly,
I'll give it a
he
C.
either shouldn't have gotten out of the concert. He either should have created a panic, and then it becomes like that. Like he shouldn't have gotten out. That's where they hard lost me when he's like, "Hey,
The wife thing was the
either
stupidest
you
shit
help
in the
me
world.
get out, or I'm gonna kill this guy."
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's like, what is she doing as the pop star? Why would she make that choice and not just be like, "Hey, cops, he's in here"? And
Or
I don't know. They
or
literally
would
lost
you?
me at that moment.
I'm gonna go even heavier spoilers here, but you know the scene where he has like towards the end, he has the pop star chick, and now he's about to get into his different car, and he shuffled her into a different car, and the garage opens, and his family's standing there. There was the brief millisecond where I thought he was just gonna floor it. I thought he was gonna put the fucking pedal down and just fucking over them, and I was like, "Wow, this movie's really gonna pick up." He did not.
And again, it's not like he would have to show that, but it could have been again. Because I do stand by the end, even when like he confronts his wife and realizes it was her that turned him in. Josh, at no point does he come across as threatening in that movie, and and again, not even in a like, oh, he's so non-threatening, it's scary. It's like, no, that's just Josh Hartnett. Like, again, it just didn't work. It just did not work for me. And those like that one where it's just so many close-ups of faces. I really didn't like the movie.
All right, let's get it. Let's get past it. Let's get past it. All right, Smile. I think we've all seen this now. Jared, I think you watched this, Jared, when it first came out, and we talked about it on the show a while ago. And it's been kind of on my radar. And then when I saw Nick D posted it, and we've been talking about the second one, I watched it last night. I thought it was okay. I didn't like the ending necessarily. I liked the monster in a way. The monster looked and shit, and they did a great job. But I thought her driving to the cabin this movie's kind of old. Spoilers, fuck it, right? I thought the whole buildup was super cool. And her being the psychologist and seeing it and from that point of view, and then her trying to investigate it and tell people she's not crazy because, of course, she's a psychologist. I did think that the whole mom storyline was pointless and unnecessary. The monster is cool enough on its own. We didn't need that. But I guess it was so they could bring in the secondary psychologist lady to come check up on her. I guess. I don't know. Cool Kumar's in it. That was dope. But then I personally thought the ending was just kind of her going to the cabin. Like, it lost me there. I was on why and like what the fuck. And then at that point, I knew that the cop dude, spoiler. I knew. I feel like that's not even a spoiler. It's pretty fucking obvious if once you watch the movie, you're like, oh yeah, that's how it's gonna end.
What?
That he's gonna be the one to come back and that.
That he was infested.
Right. Like, I mean, super spoilers if you're watching and you wanted to watch this.
I mean, if someone,
but when he enters the room as she lights herself on fire, so now he has the disease, or the curse, whatever we're calling it. Right? Isn't that the ending?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it for that reason because as we even, like you don't get many movies where the bad guy or the ghost, whatever it is, wins. And so the fact that this did is like, yeah, I really enjoyed that for this. And again, the scene after she talks to her sister that audibly made me like scream when her head drops down like that
Oh my
that
That
straight
one
god,
got me.
yeah.
Then that
really.
was the other thing
Yeah,
I
when she
liked.
walked up to the
That's one
car.
thing I liked about this movie
Oh my god,
is
that
a
was the
lot of
best
this
scene.
movie takes place during the day, but like they got me on
Yeah.
jump scares because of that. I didn't know
Yeah.
when it was gonna happen, and like when the therapist lady starts smiling at her, that was a like, oh god, like they this one they cast really good people for their smiles and how
Dude,
uncomfortable they made me feel.
that one you mentioned, Jared, fucking
I
got me.
the
The car one.
No,
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
was a
That one
really good
really
one.
That
got
one got
me.
me good.
And then the one where she's listening back to the recording of her when her patient first kills herself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she's like all close to the laptop, and I still don't even know what it says to her, but it's something that it's like kind of like innocuous, and it just
Dude, even
made
when
me.
she calls the
Yeah, just
security
right there.
company and the security company's like, go fuck yourself or whatever.
Yeah,
Dude, that got me too. I
yeah.
was like, holy shit. Dude, I will say, like, the first half of this movie, it is a scary movie, and it got me a couple times really good.
He has a very specific
Mhm.
like rhythm with jump scares. Yeah,
And I love the title work in the beginning. He went real
yeah.
tradition and paid homage to the traditional shit. And I've been watching a lot of traditional shit lately, and that's awesome. Like I appreciate that he paid the homage to it and shit. And the ending monster
The
was
titles in two are so.
and the ending monster was fucking sick as fuck. But like, I just don't get why did she go back to that house? Like, what was her? She accepted her death there? Like, what was the plan?
Well, I
No, I
think
think
her
she
she
thought like, oh, if I confront it, it won't
yeah,
have control over me. And I think it was like, idiot.
because
Like I
the guy
think,
specifically says
yeah,
it like feeds on trauma, and she's like, well, this is the source
yeah.
of my trauma, and so she's like,
And again, I
and
think,
like
yeah,
Mm.
I think as you're saying too, it was her being a therapist. I think she tried to come at it as a rational thing of like, okay, well then
yeah,
let's confront that, and then it doesn't control you anymore. And again, that it's like I feel in that's one thing. God, on a tangent. You got me on some more tangent. That's one thing I hated about Babadook, is that like in the end, at least for me, like I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but for with me, Babadook was like, oh, it's all about grief of loss, and it's like them putting someone being able to put a ghost in their place is so
Yeah.
crazy to me. And so
The-
that again, that's one reason why I liked Smile.
Yeah. I
what's
see what you're
what's
saying. I
that
see what you're saying,
one
Jared.
movie with like the ghost that's on fire and the old man has like the
It's like
deal with him,
something ghost house, haunted house. I don't know, but it was
dude.
that's
House
what
on
I
That's
Haunted
always
like
Hill?
one of the
laughed about that
House on
so
Haunted
funniest
Hill?
hard.
fucking
No.
yeah.
No, it's
No,
No.
like a
no,
weird
no, no.
British one. I'll try. It's a
It's like if
super
like
random
Danny
one.
McBride is like, let me tell you here, buddy, and he's like talking to a ghost. He's literally talking to a
Yeah,
ghost, and he's like, "We had an
he,
arrangement." It's like the scene in the Dark Knight where the guy's
yeah.
talking to Bane, and it's like, "Who are you fucking talking to? This is a demon." Like, it's so funny.
I mean,
It's
Yeah, let me see if I
I
can
would give
find
it.
it and then send you a link, tubes.
We'll put it in the just put it in the movie TV at the bottom. I'd
Yeah,
give
if I
this.
can
I
find.
give this a
Yeah,
solid
yeah, yeah.
A. It wasn't S to me, but it is a solid A. I could see how they would do spin-offs of this, and we'll talk about it in just a second when we move on to the second one. Although don't give spoilers because I do want to see it. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I also feel like this movie, with her being a psychologist and the point of view they took it from, was like also like the best point of view you could do. So it almost feels like unnecessary to touch this. But because it was profitable,
I
they
think
kind of
it's.
had to.
I was not expecting a sequel. It's like the last movie I'd expect to get a sequel, and like, let alone a sequel that when you're watching it, that isn't just like like usually horror movie sequels aren't. Um,
When she
it at
visits the
least
jail dude, though, the jail dude says that there was also he read about how that it happened in a different Brazil or something. So at that point, I was like, oh, they opened the
yeah,
door to it,
yeah.
like sequels happening anywhere. You know,
Yeah,
they
because
get
it doesn't
28 weeks
necessarily
in.
even mean it's this same demon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
It's like
just
this could just be
it's a
a
thing.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. So, all right, what are you guys gonna give it so we can move on to the second one?
I'd give it an A.
An
I'd give it an
A,
A.
double A's here,
Yeah, I give it like
I think
A+.
that like
triple
I
A.
think it's worth like I think it's worth seeing for like without spoiling the scene. Like when you get like the whole movie's great, but it's all built around one, you know, like this one
What?
idea. And
The final?
the thing,
Oh, the
yeah,
final thing.
when it's yeah, like the thing that you don't see throughout the movie because it's invisible, and then when you actually see what's fucking going on, like that's the movie. And it's worth. I think it's worth checking out. It's worth investing 2 hours to get there.
Yeah, no, it's definitely enjoyable.
All right. So
And then in the sequel,
second one, yeah,
the
leave
sequel's
it.
the exact same thing without spoiling anything. When you get to like where this movie's going, you're like, all right, I'm down. Like it's more Smile,
Let me ask
in
you
a
this
I
though:
don't know.
is it similar to the first one of this? This is the one thing I think they could do in in a Smile film, and they'll probably get to this point. You could go to where it actually is way more fast paced, and we go through like 5 or 6 people, or is it still
This
like
is not that. This is another long,
we're with one
slow
person?
Like,
burn. Because it's
but
someone
yes,
slowly
you
going insane.
could.
Yeah.
Right, you easily could, right? Like they
I think it
discuss
should be a
how
show. Yeah, I feel like we don't need to Smile. Well, I mean, I want to Smile 3, but it's like I almost think like give us an HBO show, give us 9 episodes.
So you're with her the whole
Like,
fucking time then, and she just gets a lot of visuals and shit.
It's the same movie,
I mean,
Yeah.
but
it's
from a
the same
different
movie.
person.
It's not as good, is my opinion. Like the scares weren't as good. And I don't think she had as many visuals as like the first one. There weren't as many creepy people coming up to her smile. The people
Oh,
that did, I feel they tried to make more intense.
the kid
But
party
like
scene.
this one just didn't hit the same for me. And it's like, you get to the end and it's kind of like if you've seen the first one, it's not any better for me.
Oh,
Like
the
this one
actual like
didn't
demon
add
showing
anything.
up, the demon showing up, what have you.
It
We'll
didn't
call it a
add
demon.
anything for me.
Because I do think the only thing that like we can, because I don't want to like spoil it for Tubes. I think the one very small thing is different compared to the first. But you're right. Like it's like in terms of like you're not going to get any new information. There's no
Solving it more. Did
Did we learn
does she
anything
figure
in this
out?
movie that we didn't know in one?
Actually,
You
No.
don't have to spoil it.
I want to
Yeah.
see it. I want to see it. I have questions, but I want to
one-
see it.
One change. There's literally one.
I don't even want to look what it says here.
I don't even know.
The scene that really stands out to me, and I forgot about it from Smile 1, is the cat scene from the birthday party.
Yeah.
Because that's so just like,
Yeah.
and then when she's like, oh wow, that, yeah, it's
How
good.
terrible
The
that is,
one's
like,
really
yeah.
good. All right, so what did you guys say about this one? So it sounds like Jerry, you didn't like it as much. Is it still an A? Or are you bumping it down to a B? Like, what are we thinking?
Probably a B.
Okay.
Like, and so again, she like drinks water in it, and for whatever reason they like they focused on that with the audio, and like so they're like she's swallowing super hard many times throughout the movie that it's like I was telling Karina that it's like, maybe not, but it's like at least in the theater, I will never watch that movie again because of the scenes where she's like chugging water and they just like gulp, 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 gulp. That it's like, oh my God, that was so upsetting to my ears that it's like, ooh, I would for
I
sure have
kept
to fast forward through
thinking.
those parts.
I thought it was gonna like. I thought they were gonna like do something because like the way they honed in on that, like I thought it was like gonna be like relevant. I mean, they said why she drank water, but it's still like
Yeah, but like, yeah, for them, because again, we then watched some other movie, the Don't Blink or Blink Twice, and they had somebody eat, and it was just a normal, like they didn't like this. They added in the swallowing sounds, and it was just like, ew, why? Like you could do the water going down or whatever, but like you don't need to do the follow through with her actually drinking the water for the full like 20 seconds. That really
there's
bothered me.
this
So what'd you give this,
there's
Jer?
this
F.
scene in the
A
substance
B.
that you're gonna be.
If it is it like chewing? Because if it's like chewing mouth
It's
sounds, that bothers me. If it's just
Dennis.
weird gore,
In which movie?
No. It's Dennis Quaid in the substance. It's Dennis Quaid eating shrimp, and he's like dunking shrimp in sauce and
I don't like
eating them.
that. I don't
And
like
it's
that.
like
I don't like that.
visually it's awful, and the
I
sound
don't like
is all
that.
like it's like I literally was like, I don't really have that thing that you guys are talking about, the noise thing. That doesn't really bother me. But with him, it was just like, dude, it was horrific. And it's just shrimp and sauce. Shrimp and sauce.
Is it like
Like
close
it's
up? Is it
From
close up
like
shots? I don't like when they do close up
it's
shots.
it's close-ups of his fingers
Yeah, I
and
don't
his
like
mouth
that. I don't
and
like
him
when they do
putting it
that.
on the
yeah.
I don't
table.
like when they do
So it's like
that.
greasy
Yeah, I don't like
tablecloth.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like
Oh,
that. All right, so you gave
it's
it
rough.
a B. Nick D gave it an A. Smile 2. It kind of just came out, like just came out.
Yeah.
So we won't get into
It
super
was
details.
Terrifier in this, right? Yeah,
I
like
I think
I
I'm
had to
gonna try.
make it
I'm gonna
through.
try to see this. So we'll see. I'll probably wait till it comes out. All right. So Jerry, you just said that you saw this. I've actually seen trailers for this. This looks cool as fuck. Catwoman directed it. Lenny Kravitz's daughter, Zoe Kravitz, and it's got one of our faves, Channing Tatum. It's got Christian Slater. Wow. Oh, Haley Joel Osment.
Broken Arrow. Love Haley Joel.
Wow, it's got quite a cast, dude. So what are we thinking, Jerry?
It was fine. Nothing happens. So what is it, like 90 minutes or something? Honestly, nothing happens the first hour. It's a like last minute banger type thing.
Oh, it's a slow burn.
Because with that, I don't know. I will say Karina and I were like looking at plane tickets for Christmas and stuff. So, we missed some parts in the beginning, but it's like it's not a slow burn in that sense of like, oh, what was that in the shadows or whatever. It really, again, it's like a group of friends go to Channing Tatum. He's like a tech billionaire who's taking a leave of absence from his company, and they're like just partying all the time. And then, you know, maybe from Arrested, Ollie Shawkat, Ali Shawkat, goes missing, and then things kind of start to slowly get weird, but again, not in a weird way. And then when things do get weird, it's like, okay, that's not surprising. Um, so it was fine. Cutting to it, I'd
This
say,
is like a horror movie though? This is like a suspense movie? Thriller?
yeah. And I don't know, it's a C. It's average. It was fine. Could have been, I don't know, maybe cooler, but you don't have to pay $5 like we did.
You paid $5 to watch it at home. Like it's in theaters now, or
Yeah.
it was just in theaters, right?
Yeah, I think it was just in theaters. Yeah, they just, it was originally like the $25 because I think it was still in theaters, so that must have ended, and now it's like the $5, and so we rented it where it's like, I don't know if you needed to.
Yeah, I'll wait for this one to be free. I do want to check it out though. It looks cool, or it sounded cool, and I like Channing Tatum, and Zoe Kravitz seems cool. I don't know about her directing, but I'd give it a shot and see out what it's like.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So you gave it a C.
Yeah,
What did you give it, Jerry?
Yeah, C. It's
C?
average.
Okay, a C. Another horror movie
Yep.
for us to check off the list here. What else do we got here? We've been watching. I mean, it's our 100th episode. We were coming back. I watched this. I'll throw it out there just because it's Halloween. I'll be real fast. This is an S. This is the S. It's crazy though. He was only on screen for 16 minutes. He won an Academy Award for 16 minutes of being on screen. The scenes you do get, this clearly is a slow burn, but this is like, I mean, after seeing Longlegs, comparing this to Longlegs, it's like, man, this is like the.
I was gonna say
this is the
you should do your review of Longlegs too. Yeah.
I mean, we could save Longlegs. I don't know. I want to watch Longlegs again when it's free.
For sure, but it's a
still
horror
not,
movie.
Yeah.
Halloween. Like, what is your initial reaction?
Longlegs was cool and shit. When I saw Longlegs, I really liked it. I don't know if I'd say it was S tier. I might have said A.
Yeah.
But after watching this, I'm like, oh, like Longlegs is just like a clear, like kind of like a rip off of this in a weird way, but it's not at the same time because she's not
like,
really talking to a person.
It seems like an homage. Like I feel like they're trying to, but it's like so much of it. Like,
but this
is like a perverted killer and like a female FBI agent takes place in the 80s. Like it's there's a lot in common with Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
I was trying to see if it was anywhere like just to click on. Yeah, this is a fucking S. Watched it the other day.
Love this
It's
movie.
available streaming somewhere. I can't think of it off tops.
Are you gonna watch Red Dragon?
I wanted to. We'll get to it, but we'll see. We'll see. I think you guys talked about this one a while ago. I forget even what you guys said. I thought this movie was cool. This is another one where Austin kept building it up. It's another classic. Austin still hasn't seen it, but talks about it and like he's a dummy. I thought the ending didn't really do it for me. I was a little confused by the ending. I don't know if I want to get into full-blown spoilers on it, but I was a little confused by the ending, whether or not we were just seeing if the whole movie was just like him losing his mind by the end, and we were just actually seeing him lose his mind. I couldn't tell if that was what we were supposed to be seeing, but when the girl turns into Superman or what have you, I was a little taken back. I was like, oh, I thought the first half, though, the build-up was real cool. And I liked how like it was like color and then black and white or whatever when he was backstage. It was interesting. I thought it was cool. I'd give it a B minus. I think they were going for something. I think they swang. I just don't think they got a home run with me. But it was cool. It was definitely cool. It was a vibe. And homie playing the lead role, I thought he did a fantastic job. I didn't really like. I thought the assistant guy, this guy was cool. I didn't like the magician guy. I think he could have been a different one. The dude smoking.
Christo?
This guy.
Oh, that guy.
I wasn't sold on him. The girl and the other lady, this lady and the girl, they did a great job. And homie that first comes out, that's like the psychic guy. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cool movie. It's definitely worth checking out because it definitely is different. Like I haven't seen a horror movie like that yet, and that was cool.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. I appreciate what they did. I just personally didn't think the ending stuck out for me. Like I'm not gonna go back and rewatch this fucker. It was cool, but not that great. All right, what else do we got here? Nah, that's not horror. We also I saw this. I'd never seen this before. I'll give it a shout out. It is horror. I had this on DVD. I got it at fucking Rasputin's. I never had seen it. I was going through my DVD collection and I saw this and I was like, I don't think I've ever even watched this. I put it on. I didn't even realize that Mark Hamill was in it. He plays the priest. This movie's actually fan-fucking-tastic. It's super creepy. All the acting, like this chick, I forget what's her name. Christina Alley or whatever. Okay. She's great.
That's Kirstie Alley?
Kirstie Alley, yeah. She's great.
Oh, wow.
Christopher Walken plays the father character. I think this is the last movie he made before he had his unfortunate accident. And Mark Hamill plays
Christopher Reeves.
Christopher Reeves. Why did I say Walkens? I'm sorry. I'm crazy.
Wow, dog, that's super insensitive. Calling Christopher Reeves Christopher Walken.
I don't know who that would be.
You're already ready for the new Superman movie. You're like, done to me.
Mark Hamill, though, as the crazy priest, is freaking fantastic. I really enjoyed this film. It's
what year did this?
95. John Carpenter.
Dope.
John Carpenter. It's available on Paramount. DVD Depot.
That's it.
I'd give this a B. The thing with John Carpenter, and we'll get into Terrifier in a moment, but like the thing about John Carpenter is the music and the scoring of his movies really make them all really work. It really has this build up and stuff.
Catches a vibe.
He's not throwing. Yeah, these whole scenes where everyone in the city's dying and stuff. All of it's crazy, and it has these weird thing about pregnancies and abortions. It's very interesting. I gave it a solid B.
Horror had a different vibe back then. I sound like such an old man. But it's like the John Carpenter soundtrack really mattered to those movies. It made.
All right, we'll keep it moving fast. You're right, Nick D. We never talked about this. This did come out. This movie was really good, and I think for the year, it's definitely one of the best movies of the year. Nick Cage was fantastic in it.
Beautiful, yeah, and like the cinematography. Like I love the way this movie.
Yeah, I don't want to go into too many spoilers because I think a lot of people should watch this. And it's not out yet for streaming for free yet. But it's definitely, I'd say it's an
Yeah.
A. I'm going to give it an A. Maybe on my second viewing, I'll change my opinion. But for now, from only seeing it the one time in theater, we saw this when it first came out. So quite a bit ago, but we weren't doing the show. It was a solid A. Dick D?
Yeah. Eh.
Jared, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. Probably like A minus B plus, just
Okay.
because they kept saying scariest movie ever.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not. It's
it
definitely not
wasn't.
that.
It was enjoyable.
I get,
Yeah,
like,
it
It
was
was
good.
enjoyable.
Austin for sure should do this. Where, like, again, like the trailer was good and the movie was good, but it I don't know, like I don't. There's a mismatch between what you think you're getting and what you're actually.
Yeah.
And again, I like
Yeah,
what we got,
totally,
but
totally.
it is like it is
Totally.
one of those things. It's like, oh, this
It
is
was.
different.
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
that they
yeah,
kept
yeah.
it hour 41 though. It didn't like that. It never got felt like it was dragging on, even in the theater. Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
entertained from beginning to end. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a cool
Yeah,
movie.
definitely.
It's a cool movie.
The pacing was good. Pacing was
Yeah.
good.
Hey. All right, so let's just get to Terrifier, then we'll move on to some fun stuff and our celebration, our Halloween celebration. I even pulled up this one. We'll talk about number one. Let's get Jared's point of view first before we get into the deeper point of views.
I never finished it, so it was too cheesy. So I bailed after like his first like group kill. It just wasn't doing it
It
for
was
me.
too like B-rated, or no, what do you want to call? How do I want to say it? Home movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like B horror film. But because again, it's just like that's probably what they're going for. It's just like no, we're going for that gritty, dirty horror movie feel, and it's like that's completely fine because it's very gory, and so it's like oh, that's perfect for Halloween scary time. But it was just kind of like yeah, I don't know. It didn't. And again, I will say the acting in it is pretty bad that I couldn't really get through the pizza guys reading their lines, and it was just like, oh, do a second take, please. So yeah, I didn't. I didn't
Oh, the
finish
pizza
it.
guy. I was like, pizza guy, but yeah.
Did you get to the
Like, yeah,
bathroom
the
scene
restaurant,
then?
like the very beginning.
What'd you say?
This scene here, right here.
I think that's.
This. Did you
I don't
see
know.
this?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's supposed to be poo poo. So this scene here's what Jared's talking about.
Probably not.
He looks
yeah, I
so
saw,
much
like,
more
all this.
human in this one than he does in two.
Jared, from what you saw, what are you giving it?
Like a D.
Okay.
Like it's definitely average, but again, for how much people love it, it was a bit of like, well, it didn't like capture me right away. Um, yeah, there's a little bit of that it's like sure is violent, he looks super creepy, but there wasn't enough to like, okay, I'll sit through the rest of this.
Yeah. All right.
And so actually I was gonna finish it, but then I realized I hadn't finished that last VHS movie, so I finished that instead. Then I never went back.
I would say
this.
I would say it's like you're kind of fine skipping this and going straight to the second one.
To two,
Yeah,
okay.
because I feel like two. Here's why I'll say that, Jared. There is story in this that they reference in two, but it's also like who gives a fuck because that's not what.
And I think you've already seen it.
You've seen
Yeah.
enough. You've seen the lady, yeah, in the very
Yeah.
beginning of the movie. But it doesn't
Yeah.
even fucking matter because whatever story they're building up in two is what it seems like is gonna matter. But the budget you could tell is way more. So the acting is better. The camera quality is better. The pacing's better. He had more money to play with. This movie, this is his second movie up to swing other than shorts that he made. I did a bunch of research on him. So, I mean, this one's kind of a whatever berg, to be honest. The thing with this movie, to get into it, and Nick D, feel free to step in and say whatever to me. This movie has absolutely no fucking storyline. I mean, there is, but it's like girls are out drinking. Art the Clown shows up. They got to get away, but they already called their sister to come get them. That is the storyline, period. And then it's just him killing everybody that they come in contact with, and him trying to chase them down, and then from there, just him killing, right? Like just period.
Yeah.
The second
Yeah.
movie starts to introduce a lot more ideas, storyline ish, backstory on art, kinda, loosely, very loosely, and the quality is just higher. This one, let's just come out and talk about it. And Jared, I'm sorry, when we talked about it before, I didn't want to bring it up, but I gotta talk about it. The big highlight scene is he cuts a chick from top to bottom, starting with her vajayjay, and it is crazy, especially when it first starts, because clearly they went and got a very nice vajayjay from the local sex store, and it looks real. But then, like midway, the thing with Art the Clown is, and I think me and Nick Dave talked about this, is that he always goes on for a little too long, and it starts to turn into like a Bugs Bunny comedy act. And I feel like they lean into that even. Like, he cuts somebody and they just stay on it the whole time. And then it gets to a point where you're like, well, there would be bone and stuff, man. Like, this wouldn't work the way that they're showing it. It's like, it's getting very cartoony. And then he like waves or does his little Art the Clown thing. I think the thing that holds back the whole Terrifier franchise from being like that real top tier effed up movie is the scoring and the music. I really wish Art had like a classic intro track or something score, like how Mike or Freddie or the big guys, they all have that, like, you hear the noise and you know it's them coming vibe. He doesn't really have that. The first movie, as a horror movie, as anything, it's not a good movie at all. But if we're looking for gore, it's the top. It's the best gore movie ever made. It's the craziest gore I've ever seen, maybe.
Someone was telling me the other day that 3 is like worse than 2. Like, it goes like way gnarlier.
I thought that 2, because once you've seen 1, you're like, okay, I get what Art the Clown is. So even 2, like 2 had some scenes. Fuck it, like that bedroom scene where he's like animating the girl and stuff like that. They were effed up, but I feel like after you've seen 1 and that whole him cutting the girl from vajayjay down, and then he proceeds to kill a few more people like immediately, that you're like, okay, I get what this franchise is about. like this is what it is. So nothing really gonna shock me from here on out with them. Like, when you're going into an Art the Clown movie, I feel like once you've seen the first one, you should know, like, this is what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. The first one, I think for the fact that it's really low budget and all that, it's really badass what he's able to accomplish. So for that, I'd say it's like a B. But because the storyline just isn't there, I'd say it's like C for me.
Yeah, it's like S in practical effects, and it's like C for story.
Yeah. The clown himself and the guy at acting and the facial expressions and everything he's doing, he's eating up the landscape. It's great. I think 2, where they start to introduce a lot of storyline, I think this is a good B. This is a B for me in the Terrifier franchise. I think this is a step forward. I also
really like the main girl. Like, it's kind of like the whole Batman thing where, like, yeah, there's art and you don't care about it.
Yeah, they introduced a hero.
And then the second one, I like this hero, and I like that because it's like how you and I were talking about, like, did we like lose Jer entirely for me?
No, Jer's here. Jer's here. Jerry here, right? No, move.
Did he see it? Are we talking spoilers for this? Well, anyway, yeah. Like, I like the don't like Art. I mean, I like Art as a character. I think Art's a great character, but I'm not like rooting for him. I'm like, fuck Art. You know what I mean? Like, I like that there's a hero to take him down.
I agree, Nicky. That's a great point. 2 altogether is a better film. Like, introducing Evil the Dead. Kids. Yeah. The one thing I'll say about 2 that I mean, they do introduce some stuff that you're like, this doesn't even make sense, and they're not explaining it at all. Like this whole dream sequence thing where it takes like a Nightmare on Elm Street vibe. They never explain at all how that works. Why the kids, or how the dad, or like there's a bunch of stuff that they do introduce that they're like, we're not going to even explain any of how this works. I hope maybe in
because it is
they
also
touch
like
on
I
it.
don't even care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I kind of
don't
like that. It's like they're just like we're keeping it moving. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
But then again, like they do introduce a lot of like stuff in this one. Where
Yeah.
the first one they literally didn't introduce anything. So yeah,
You know what
and
annoys
you're
me
rooting
at
for
it
you
is
guys
that
want to root
whenever
for. Yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
Nick.
what was annoying. I don't know why, but it just really annoyed me how everyone kept referring to the dad as daddy. Like the mom, the dad, the mom, the brother, her. Whenever they talked about him, they're like, "Daddy would never." I'm just like, "Shut up!
Yeah,
Stop calling him daddy."
yeah.
You're all in your
Which
20s at
movie?
least. In Terrifier 2.
Mm.
Like there's like this like
Hmm.
kid who's like a junior in high school, and they're like, "I found Daddy's sketchbook." You wouldn't know Daddy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
confused if she was supposed to be in college and then the brother was supposed to be still in high school, right? That is what was going on.
I think the brother was supposed to be like a junior,
Because
maybe
they're
even
out
a
at night.
senior, and she
Yeah,
was supposed to be because like it was understood that she was gonna go out and get drunk and like
yeah,
call an Uber. So like I think she's supposed to be like 23,
yeah,
24.
yeah. Totally.
And I think he's supposed to be like 7, 6. Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to establish this too. Art the Clown definitely has superpowers. I know we've discussed this before on the show.
Yeah,
but he has a
At least
supernatural
definitely
for
by the
sure.
second one, because I
yeah,
at least read in the first one, spoiler, that like he kills himself at the
yeah.
end, right?
He commits suicide at
Like
the
when
end.
the cops come.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, like for there to be more
And
No,
his
movies.
face,
in the second
like
movie,
find another
Jared.
picture of him.
Jared, the second movie, spoiler, it literally he wakes up in like the morgue and kills everybody at the morgue.
Hmm.
So it's very Jason Voorhees in that way. Like he's just alive again. But then this whole scene with this little girl, she's like a demon from hell or something, I guess we're supposed to assume. But only Art sees her. And they
And
make sure
it is
to like there's a
one of
guy.
his last victims.
Yeah, yeah, or something of the sort, right? But there's a gentleman sitting over here to the side that they make sure to show from his point of view, where it's just Art the Clown talking to no one. Not talking,
Hmm.
but like playing patty cake and like I don't know, whatever. But yeah, because Nick, we
Yeah,
talked about
that
this.
very clearly.
This movie definitely makes sure that you know he is special. He has some type of special abilities. Um, and this little girl and everything that she does or what have you is super. She doesn't do anything actually, but is so creepy and it works. So that was a cool little add-in. Um, oh wow, I don't even know if we could be. Huh.
Yeah.
We should.
IMDb just giving away the fucking movie over.
Yeah.
But again, what is there to give away? For like,
Okay, maybe we should. Yeah, maybe we should get. Yeah. So Art the Clown, it was cool. Number 2, I give it a B. Nick D, what are you thinking?
I mean, I'd give it like an A. Like I feel like when you see two, it makes sense why like this thing's blowing up so much. And so I am like really,
Yeah.
I'd give it an A. Because it's like not only I'm like, yeah, I enjoyed watching it. I am like, oh, I'm hyped. There's a third one I haven't. And I
Yeah.
like that he's already like we're talking about 4. Didn't you say he's going to 5 or 6?
I think they're gonna do at least
that what
5. Yeah, and he's gonna.
Yeah.
He wants to take into space.
Yeah, like I'm down for more. Down.
And I think Art the Clown totally fits in with the other big horror characters. He just needs to be flushed out of how exactly he came to be. He doesn't
And it's
have
like
to
there's
be.
like
He
a
doesn't
there,
have to be,
there,
but I'd like to see some kind of
and I feel like there's like a
explanation.
new school of horror that it's like it's not like art. I don't even feel like art fits in with like uh Jason and Freddy and all them. Like art is like with like the Insidious monster and like he's like I feel like there's like this new like era of movie monsters and it's like I feel like yeah like art like he feels like very like modern even though he's an old ass clown.
Oh my god,
You know
I'm
what I
doing
mean?
it
Like it
again.
feels like
Jesus, dude.
it's very like
How did I do that?
House of a Thousand Corpses.
I've seen
Like
that. I know what you're saying, Nick. I think it captures that type of gore and vibe, but because of the way he physically looks and his like comedy is very, I think it's very Freddy. I feel like he's the slayer. The way he slays people is very more Michael or Jason, actually, like very like chop 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 kind of vibes, which is a lot more Jason. Where Freddy was all these like weird things going on in their nightmares. Although then the second one they do a nightmare thing, which was totally like a homage to A Nightmare on Elm Street. But because he's this like big, tall, physical presence, for me at least, I feel like he's like the closest thing to them that we've seen in forever. Like Jigsaw
I mean, I feel
is
like
that.
And Pennywise,
And
like he's very
Pennywise, yeah,
yeah.
Pennywise is definitely, but Pennywise didn't, they didn't really franchise him. If they would have franchised Pennywise, I feel like he could have easily been in that conversation more. This is, and Homie's holding out on it. He's not giving it to the studios. The studios offered him a bunch of money. He told him to kick rocks, which is badass. So I mean, I support everything that Home Dude's doing. And like Nick said, I agree with you, Nick. I want to see the third one. So
Yeah,
it is.
I want to see like whatever stupid reason why he goes to space, or like they freeze him and he ends up in like fucking 2200 or something. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, like it really does feel like it's like the Fast and Furious like slasher movies where it's like it's just gonna get crazy. Like
Well, I
they're
want to
like,
see
yeah,
the
we're not even gonna
Angel.
wait to 10th
I'm,
space.
I'm super intrigued to see if they pick up from where this one left off, versus like. And I at the same time, I don't care if they're like, no, fuck it. He went
Did
to.
you go back and watch that? The
No, I
end
didn't.
credits?
I did not. I didn't. But like
Because it's like if it's like this one where it starts like literally like 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Like obviously I don't know because it's a trailer, but there seems to be a few scenes of him wearing a Santa suit. So again, I don't know the
I think it's
time
Christmas
of
theme.
year, the second one, but that is just like that's I guess for whatever reason it's like, they're going a Christmas route for that third one.
Yeah.
But
hopefully
who knows?
there's
Maybe
like a
that will
beach
be
movie,
another
like like
trailer. Yeah.
All right,
Valentine's Day.
Here's the last movie. I forgot that you guys watched this. I looked for this movie, but I couldn't watch it for free, so I didn't get a chance to watch this. But it sounds cool.
Have you guys seen that Dwayne Wade statue that everyone's making fun of?
No.
Yeah.
It looks like the Oddity.
It kind of looks like, a little bit interesting. Oddity is weird. The name stands true.
Yeah. I think the main lady who plays the blind gal, and I guess she plays the sister. I thought she did a really good job.
Oh yeah, they did your boy dirty. Why would they keep his mouth open like that?
It looks like the Oddity.
It does kind of look like that image. You guys are right. I had to look it up. I'm sorry. I had to look it up.
No. That's
just with the mouth open like that. It's like, why did they do that?
Show BK.
Oh, what did BK the say? Eyes with them seeing.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what movie he was talking about.
Long Legs.
Oh, Long Legs. Yeah. I don't know. Oddity was definitely interesting.
Yeah, it seems like an interesting movie.
A movie, it's a quick one too, so you got to appreciate that.
What's the running time?
I don't know.
It's very dreamlike because like without, this isn't spoiling anything, but if someone comes over to your house and pulls out like a giant life-size, man-sized like wooden doll, you'd think there'd be like a conversation about it. Like this movie is just so weird, but it's like subtly weird, and it's weird that no one ever comments on what's going on in this movie. That like the whole time I was like, I was prepared for this to be like someone just wakes up and they're like, you know what I mean, like it. And and she looks down and the doll is straight up looking at her, and then she just moves on, and it's like no,
it's a thing where it's like it's like a slow burn in a sense, but like you said, nobody's addressing it where it's like, well, no, there's something. It's very obvious that there's weird things happening. They're not trying to be that subtle, but like you said, no one's commenting. They're just moving on.
And even if like the idea of like your ex-wife's sister, runs a store for haunted shit, and she comes over to your house with a trunk with a doll, and it's not even like you don't even be like, "What the fuck is this? What are you like?" You're clearly up to something. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they just don't acknowledge reality, but it makes it kind of fun. Makes the movie move. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's like a horror mystery, I guess.
That without
And so
spoiling
like yeah.
anything, straight up turns into like X. Like I feel like the last 20 minutes aren't. It is like, you know what I mean? Like
So what are
like
you
the
giving
point
No,
where
it?
you're
it's
rooting for the
still
doll.
horror.
But I
Still
mean, at the
horror.
point, but if you're rooting for the scary thing, is that even horror at that point? Like I'm just like,
Yes,
yeah,
it's not
get him,
X-Men.
get him.
No, it's
It's
not
straight up
X-Men
X-Men.
in any
It,
way.
I mean, it's
No,
Magneto versus
no.
Professor X. The blind lady's Professor X.
No,
Like
no. There
it's
is
straight up
absolutely
X.
not. Like,
So what are we giving it,
no.
Jer? What are we
Falls.
fucking giving it?
Um, Probably like a B minus. Like, it's good, but it's like, yeah, again, it weirdly is a little bothersome that no one's addressing the weird stuff. Like, it's good, but there's some things of just like, what is happening? Why is no one as concerned about this as like I am watching it? But it's definitely cool. Like, don't need to pay for it. If you find it streaming, it's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be on
B
Hulu or
minus.
something.
What are you giving it, Nick D?
Yeah, I'd give it a B. Like,
All
yeah, I
right.
think it's one of those movies that's all vibe. Like the actual like ABC of it is like kind of like whatever, but like the
Yeah.
cinematography, like the way darkness is used, and like you can see the doll in the background, and you're like, was it in that position like 5 seconds ago? It's like, why does the shoulder? You know, it's like it. It's a cool movie to like pay attention to because that's why it's scary. The actual
Yeah,
like if we
there
if we were to tell you the
is
plot, you'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
like yeah,
and and I will say that it is like, our classic thing of like background is blah 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 whatever. That it was a thing of when you do first catch the first time like the dolls being weird or whatever, you do kind of start like I put my phone down and kind of watch the rest of it of
yeah.
just like what is happening.
Because it's also because it's
But I
not just
still
like
stand
some
by my B
stupid like
minus.
Annabelle that's like a cute doll. Like it's in the background and it's like it's got that. So even when nothing's happening, you're just staring at it. Like it is a good prop.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I'll check it
very
out when it's available
dominating.
streaming. I'll
Yeah,
peep,
yeah.
boys.
When it's free,
Yeah.
it's for sure worth printing.
All right, so let's move on to our next thing. We're gonna do a Halloween movie trivia quiz and just see where we rate, boys, as far as our Halloween knowledge. First question is about Annabelle, Nick D. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see it.
Is it The Conjuring?
That would be my guess.
Right, Jerry?
It's Insidious or The Conjuring, but
Where's it?
I don't know.
No, I think it's like Insidious. It's like a throwaway scene where they're on the phone and it's in the background. That's
Okay.
my
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So I'll take the heat for
Who
that
plays
one.
Pennyworth?
Bill.
Bill Skarsgård.
William.
What's our next passage?
Zombie.
Zombie.
Apparently, there's like
That
a
was a good
Train
one.
to
Train to Busan.
Busan. Well, I guess it's not anime,
Cut out there.
but or maybe it's all of them.
Tubes is doing something.
Hella grip. Sorry, boys. What was it? What did you guys say? Zombie? Yep, zombie.
Yeah.
It's zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Witch attacks.
I
Though,
never
there should
saw
be
this.
a-
I never saw this.
It's
AI
one of those
doll, right?
movies that you think. I kind of thought this was Smile. When I saw the trailer for Smile, I was like, that movie's gonna be so stupid. But I thought that of Megan. Megan's actually good. I
Yeah,
thought
I'd like
Megan
to
was
see
gonna
it.
be whack.
I like
Yeah.
to see it.
But I liked Megan. But again, it's not. It's funnier than it is scary. Like it's a comedy.
Scream.
I feel the creepiest scene is when she's dancing. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
it looks so weird that it's just like ugh.
Is Candyman 3 times like Beetlejuice? I've never seen Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Candyman.
Well,
I saw
it's
both of
either
them.
3 or the one. I'm pretty sure it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go into the
The bathroom.
Gail's a
mirror,
journalist.
whatever dark room mirror 3 times. Yeah.
Which scary movie was?
Yeah.
Blair Witch
Blair
Project.
Witch.
Blur.
Christmas.
Krampus. Yeah.
Ethan Hawke was in
He
the
did
Black
Purge.
Phone.
Except though,
It's
so he's
Us.
in all of those.
Oh, he's in all of the. Oh, my bad. Except
Yeah.
Us. Okay, yeah. Never saw Us. That's streaming right now. I was
good.
thinking about watching that. Okay.
I still think the Alien.
It's Sanderson, right? I'm pretty sure it's
I don't
Sanderson.
know. Sanderson or Samson?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sanderson or Samson.
Sanderson.
It's Sanderson, right? Yeah.
It's Sanderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim Burton.
Dude, if Clint Eastwood directed it, that'd be so.
Jury Number 2 is his new
Nightmare?
movie. Have you guys seen the trailer for Jury Number 2? His new movie? It looks interesting.
That is.
Looks interesting. Who's not a member of the Addams
Jack.
family? Jack? Okay. We don't know that. That's presumptuous. Beetlejuice, say his name 3 times. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we just 100.
A B, 86%.
Really?
Yeah, where the fuck does it tell
Are
us?
they going to show us?
Yeah, what? They don't tell us. That's it? That's all the information we get? That's it. That's it, boys. Sorry. We got a B, 86%. I don't know which ones we got wrong. We don't know any other information.
Probably Insidious was wrong. Really? There's no.
I'm like taken back. But
That's amazing.
There's nothing for me to click
Should
on.
we do it a second time and just see like change that?
No, I got other ones. Here we go.
Insidious one? That's so weird.
Here we go.
I like it.
A year after the murder of her mother.
Scream.
Okay.
Wait, does her mom die? And I know what you did last.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think we got it right. Because it's Scream.
Of a depraved clan.
Chainsaw?
Yeah.
Leatherface also is Texas Chainsaw.
Also, yeah, and it is the family, right? What's the name of that family? That should be even more.
But
I know what you did last summer.
Texas Chainsaw is the original words actually like they go to the house, right? I feel Leatherface is I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird one because it's the same movie. Investor banking.
American.
What is American Psycho?
Which apparently they're remaking.
Yeah, I saw that. That sounds stupid as fuck. I hated that movie, to be honest. It's so creepy. Like he's like a weird molester and shit. It's bizarro.
Unemployed family takes a peculiar interest in wealthy and glamorous. It's Parasite.
Ooh, it's a long one.
I can't
Trapped in her family's farm. A
Pearl.
woman must tend to her ailing father under the bitter, overbearing watch of her devout mother.
Pearl.
Pearl.
Gorgeous
seductive cheerleader takes the evil. Jennifer's body.
Wow, this one's.
Two men wake up to find themselves shackled in a grimy, abandoned bathroom. What is that?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Terrifier. Husband and wife take their kids to their beach house expecting to unplug and unwind, but night descends, scenery turns to tension chaos when
It's
something
either
shocking.
Ma or Us.
I think it's old.
No, it's not old.
A husband and wife take their kid to the beach house.
Wait. The beach house?
Yeah. Wait, beach house? There's no beach house in...
Wait, no, that's not old.
I think it's old.
No, that's not...
I do think it is old.
Is Us at a beach house? It could be Us if Us is at a beach house.
Wait, isn't old
but again, it could be a thing
Us is the one that takes place on a beach.
Yeah, it's like on an island. That's what I thought. It's not on a beach house. It's like
it's not on a beach house.
Yeah. So it's Ma or
But
Us.
again, it's still.
I've seen Old and Smile.
I don't think it's Ma, because Ma is like college kids, and like she starts hanging out with the college kids, so that's definitely
you're
not
right.
a
I was
husband
thinking
and
So what
wife.
about-
Mother, not
what-
Ma.
what is
yeah,
Us?
yeah, it's Us. Us is the one with the family with the doppelganger. It's
Yeah.
the other. It's the. It's
shocking
the,
shocking visitors arrive uninvisited.
Jordan.
That's not the storyline of Old. Older
No,
on the
yeah, it's
beach. Older on the beach, and they start aging weird, Jer.
Yeah, but
It's got to be
still,
Us.
it's the only one that's beach related. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, when I
it's
think
not
of
Us.
when I think of
okay,
Us,
could be Us, I guess.
I think
I think
it's
we got it
Us,
right.
but when you think of Us, you don't think of the. It's not a
Because
beach,
no one
like-
no one arrives, Jer. No one arrives in Old. I've never seen Ma or Us. I just knew it wasn't Smile or Old.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I was caught up on the beach part, not the.
But that might maybe
visitors.
the beach house is like you just didn't even notice because doesn't that movie take place at night?
What?
Us.
That's the other thing is like I think it starts with them driving and they do go to
Yeah,
the beach, but I guess I
and-
never realized
and
they
it
were
de-
vacationing.
And it definitely ends during the day. Like I can think of what the last shot is.
This
Yeah.
is Megan.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. 100%,
10 out
boys.
of 10.
That's what
Okay.
blows my
Good
mind
thing
about that
we
other one, huh?
went with Us. The other one is just like, yeah.
I figured that we were gonna be. Oh, this is the same thing.
What is not one of the doors?
Nightmare Before Christmas? I've always considered a Christmas movie more than a Halloween movie, but that's fine. I don't know what one of the doors is. April Fool's Day.
Yeah, it's April.
Yeah, because I don't know. They would say like Easter, I feel, instead of that.
It's
Island Gang 2, Scooby Doo.
Fright Island.
I'm gonna say zombie.
Spooky,
Oh,
Fright.
I want to say zombie person.
Oh,
Probably
spooky.
Oh.
It was Spooky Island. Fuck.
Sarah?
Winnie, Mary.
Nick D.
Yeah.
Nick D with the quickness on that one.
I didn't see this.
Purple?
But it's I mean,
Green?
you like he
Okay,
traditionally is
purple could
green. The
be-
fact that
Yeah, the fact that they're asking,
they,
I feel like
like-
he's not
So
going to
it
be
could
green.
be purple. Could be purple.
This is the one.
in
The
hopes of,
kid
like, it
one
looks
gets us, huh?
gray.
Like we don't know any
Yeah.
of these ones. I've never seen this movie. Wait, gray's not an answer.
Try purple. But
Oh,
that's
it's
why
blue.
I think like
Blue.
purple.
Blue.
Blue.
Nightmare Before Christmas. What is
Purple's
Zero's
close.
nose? A red ball, right?
jack-o'-lantern.
It's a jack-o'-lantern?
Yeah, I think it's
Jack-o'-lantern.
Wow,
Yeah.
Jared knows.
Snake inspired the snake from Beetlejuice. Night Before Christmas.
Yep.
yeah, because the claim.
Yeah.
I
The
know.
large green ghost ray first encounters in.
Oh,
Slimer?
slime. I mean, that's my bad. That's my bad.
Oh.
My bad.
Chat.
Winnie Sanderson.
Clip it.
What? How is?
Defeated. Winnie Sanderson.
Hallowed
defeated,
Ground? I don't remember.
Hollow Ground. Nick D, you don't remember
Night
Hocus
Before
Pocus, but you got in
Christmas,
both Hocus Pocus
Boogeyman.
questions immediately right.
yeah.
You're full of shit. Nick D's the biggest Hocus Pocus fan in the room. He's rifing all,
Biggest stan, yeah.
every Hocus
Yeah.
Pocus question. Nick D's like, that one. He goes, Hollow Ground, but I don't know. Like, shut the fuck up,
but I
Nick
don't
D. Get
know.
out of here.
I have no idea.
Nightmare Before Christmas is supposed to be you, Jerry.
Our
Barrel.
lock, stock, and trigger. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's probably Barrel.
Trigger?
It's Barrow.
I don't know why trigger felt right, but it. What is not? I didn't. I didn't.
I don't know what this movie is.
In Monster
It's got Adam
House.
Sandler in it, so basketball is for sure in it. There's no way it's not You know, he loves.
Kite?
Shoes? I don't know.
Jerry!
Ah, well,
Jerry!
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion. which
Do the
is not a
bus sing?
song. The bus. I didn't see this.
Coming around the mountain. That's just what?
Probably.
Fear is the key.
Oh,
What the fuck?
wow.
I don't remember.
Funny.
What the fuck?
Scooby Doo. Where did the voodoo men tell Daphne not to go?
It's spooky something, right? Or well, no, maybe not. Maybe that's the trick. Is that it's on Spooky Island, but it's the creepy island castle. I don't know. I have no.
Yeah, I
Fuck!
don't know. Like
Spooky Island Castle, McD.
Spooky Island.
Ah.
What does Emily turn?
I'm gonna watch that movie, boys, because I'm pretty sure it's available on HBO. That might be what I do tonight.
Yeah. I saw the one where they're in like New Orleans. I saw that. I'm gonna guess Butterfly. I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I guess it feels like the answer is Butterfly.
Either butterflies or birds.
Butterflies. 8 out of 13.
Butterflies. 8 out of 13. Okay. That's fine. Can't tell if Shaggy was pleased. Matthew
Play the
Lillard.
close. Oh no, fuck that.
Scream.
I'm not doing typing shit. Fuck off.
We could just say
Is
it
that
and move
Mrs.
on.
Frankenstein?
Okay, this one's easy. They're either really easy, like okay, Hocus Pocus, sure. Let's say we're right. Correct answer. Okay. Halloween. Halloween. Sure. Nightmare Before Christmas. Sure. Get out of here with ads. Scream. Sure. Right. Like, come on now, boys. This is obviously Charlie Brown. Oh, but see, this is where they get me. Okay. It's the Great Pumpkin, right?
Great Pumpkin. Yeah.
Nice. Zombieland. They didn't pull some bullshit with putting Zombieland 2. That's that's not a Halloween movie. That's just an action-packed comedy. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
This is The Craft. Never seen it, but am I right? The Craft?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
It
Craft's
is, yeah.
awesome.
Really?
Like, I don't know if it holds up now, but Craft's
It's
amazing.
good. Yeah.
This is Carrie. Never seen it. Never seen Carrie. That's just an iconic scene.
It's good.
This
I
is
like
Harry Potter, and they're having
Is this the first one?
Probably
Halloween.
Sorcerer's Stone. I feel this is the first one, I imagine. The bottom, yep.
Jerry.
I imagine. Sisters, what?
The
Which
little
fan favorite?
The little ghosts or
about
little monsters?
I don't know what it's asking.
I don't know. I don't know what
those
this is.
movies named?
Yeah, these are movies.
Yeah,
I don't know this one. What are we feeling?
Practical Magic. Practical Magic. It's Practical Magic. That's bus lady. What's her name?
I don't know.
Who's the lady who was on the bus? Keanu's friend.
Sandra Bullock.
Oh,
It's
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
She had a
Bullock,
movie? I didn't know that.
Nicole Kidman. And
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh man, Practical Magic is a '90s. It's like
I gotta see that.
'90s witch movie for ladies.
Wow, gotta see that.
I've never heard of it.
Addams Family.
Yeah. It's having a resurgence.
Pet Cemetery?
Who directed the original?
Or It? Pet Cemetery.
No, that's Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery. Okay.
Yeah.
Never seen Pet Cemetery. Young Frankenstein. Never seen Young Frankenstein.
Good.
I don't think I've seen Young Frankenstein either.
I watched it within the last like 20 years.
I
seen it
think,
as a kid, and then I
what
probably
is
watched
this?
it in like
Paranormal Norman? I'm pretty sure, right? It's not Casper the Friendly Ghost. Paranorman, yeah. I think I saw that. What year did that come out? I feel like I saw that one at the drive-in.
Maybe like early to mid 2000s.
Halloween Town?
Halloween classic.
Halloween Town.
2012.
That Halloween Town, I feel like that came out on Disney Plus when we were, Disney Channel when we were kids, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you guys probably didn't watch it because you had an older brother, so you guys were like cool. Where I had an older sister, or I had a younger sister, to where we probably watched this. I feel like you guys aged up, where
Nice
I probably
cover.
aged
Sweet.
down.
Sweet cover.
Yeah. Sweet cover for watching it. Little do you guys know, Paige wasn't even in the room. It's just me watching it by myself.
Yeah.
Clearly Beetlejuice, Ghostbusties. Not really a Halloween film. Well, I guess Nightmare Before Christmas.
Corpse Bride. No, Corpse Bride.
Fuck. Jared knew it. Casper. I'm sorry.
That's a great.
I haven't watched this. I love this when we were kids. I have not seen this.
That's one of
Who did
those
the
movies.
voice?
Yeah, who was Casper?
I don't know.
I bet it was just some voice actor.
Midsummer.
It's probably like
the
guy who
the Haunted
played,
Mansion, the original movie. Okay, I don't know this house, boys. Is this house of house? No, it's not House of a Thousand Corpses.
Amityville Horror.
I've never seen that.
Amityville Horror.
Never seen that.
It's the one is the Ryan Reynolds one. It's good.
Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Blair Witchies. Coraline. Jared, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Bird Box. I meant to click Bird Box. I clicked Blind Box. Jerry Robody. Hotel Transylvania. This is clearly Frankenweenie. The Witches by Roald Dahl. I don't know if you guys remember this one.
For sure.
This is a fucking classic.
Yeah.
This is obviously Saw, which I need to rewatch. I've never watched all the Saw movies. That first one though, dude, was like a masterpiece when it first dropped. I don't know if it holds up or not.
I think they do. Like, I think it's like they're like, again, it's like Fast and the Furious. That if you're like, I like this concept, it's like I never saw Spiral.
I saw Spiral. With Chris Rock. That one. When monsters take over New York, sometimes you have your video camera. Oh, this must be Cloverfield. I don't really remember the original Cloverfield. I
definitely don't remember that still of it.
I think that the sequel where they were in the bunker with John Goodman was better.
That movie's so sick.
Yeah.
I really like it.
I don't think this is Monster Squad.
It's
I don't think it's Friday the 13th.
What's the one to the left?
Slayers?
Yeah.
You think it's that?
Yeah. That movie's on my Hulu.
House Thousand Corpses.
Oh,
wow. We got that one wrong. Crazy.
Yeah. I saw. This is a werewolf.
No, this is The Dead Don't Die. It was supposed to be a comedy horror film that I think sucked.
Okay.
Yeah, I started to watch this and actually turned it off, and I never do that. It just I was like, I'll come back to it at some point. It wasn't for me. This in 2012, this film that Twisters Up the Game came out. Do you know what it's called? It's not Twister.
That what the game?
Twist.
That twist up the game.
Spin the bottle. Spin the bottle.
No. Would you rather?
Would you rather? A human and a
Warm
zombie.
Bodies.
Never saw that. Any good?
I never saw
If you like it's a background, because it's like if you like rom-coms, it's very violent and gory. If you were there for a zombie gory movie, it's a rom-com. So it's kind of like it's a Halloween date. You know what I mean? If you're not there for like a date type thing, it kind of does both things. Like what are you there? I don't know. Like it's fun. I don't think I'd recommend go out of your way to see it. But if you're like, oh, I just want to put, hell yeah.
I just talked about that. There they are. Super creepy.
Have you seen the original, the one from like the 50s or whatever?
No. No, the one from the 50s, it's actually this one I think is more true to the book because the one from like the original one that they made didn't want to show any of the like abortion stuff, which kind of makes
Okay.
sense for the time. But
Yeah.
I guess it was in the book. Anyways, doesn't matter. Uh, Paranormal Act, no.
Garage sale? Probably never made. Oh. I mean, that girl looks like she's being possessed, but I don't know.
Chair?
The toy? Like, I have no
like yeah, I
idea.
would have to assume the toy if they're like not wanting to shop at a
Yeah.
garage sale.
What an obscure.
The Possession.
Wow, and
Isn't
Tubes was on it.
Isn't the toy
So if a young girl
Robin
becomes a little
Williams?
obsessed over a
No,
box,
that's
however,
toys. That movie rules.
some pretty terrible things happened. Huh?
Ernest
Yeah, I don't know.
Saves
I've never heard of
Halloween. Fuck yeah.
Possession.
Wait, Ernest
Saves Halloween.
isn't Ernest
Oh,
Scared
Scared Stupid.
Stupid?
Scared. Yeah.
Yeah,
Saves Christmas.
I knew that one. Is that Monster Squad? This 80s movie we see all the standard Halloween monsters do. Then you know what the movie's called? Monster Squad.
Monster Squad.
I love that movie. I have it on.
Man, Dracula's badass in that movie.
Dude, that movie fucking rules. Air Bud, Scare Bud, Spooky Buds, Creepy Buds. Fuck, dudes. This is another one we gotta take a wild guess.
I mean, it's gotta be Scare, right? It's gotta be.
But well, so do you think it's Scared Bud or Scare Bud?
Oh, there's two different ones. Oh,
yeah, Scare Bud.
I feel like he's the one doing the scare.
Probably Scare. That rhymes with air.
Yeah.
Spooky Buds.
Spooky Bud.
35 out of 40.
They should bring back Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That's not too bad, dude. 35 out of 40. Yeah, they should, Nick. That would be cool. All right, man. Well, let's call it there. We did our 2-hour due diligence. We talked about a bunch of horror movies. We did quite a few trivia games, which, to be honest, I feel like we've proven our horror knowledge. 35 out of 40 there. A B here, 86%. Not telling us which ones we got wrong. This one we got. Oh shit!
Wasn't that like 100 or
yeah,
something?
what was this? 100% on this one. 10 out of 10, 100% on that one, and 8 out of 13 on this one. This one was bullshit. This one had a lot of like way too many Scooby Doo questions. It's just a lot of Scooby
Doo. There was one or two where you just didn't even mean like you had the right answer.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong thing.
So that score is not reflective.
Nikki's right.
Mulligan that one.
Mulligan on a couple of those. But what a good episode, huh? We're back.
You know,
we're back. Halloween is around the corner. And did we already do a Thanksgiving tier list? Are there Thanksgiving?
We should probably do one. We'll probably because I'm going to continue to watch horror movies for the rest of the week. Not probably tonight because it's already kind of late. Although I have been watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
The show? New one or the old one?
The original. Is there a new one?
Well, isn't there one?
There's a Netflix one?
Yeah, it's like a couple
There's one
years
with
old
Clarissa, and there's one that was made in the last like 10 years.
With her on it?
It's like no, it's like hip. This ain't your daddy's Sabrina.
No, I like the original one
because next gen.
The original one's awesome because it's like it's a sitcom, but it's also like they're witches. The ants are awesome. Yeah. The fucking
What's the
cat.
Cat's name?
The cat
voice
rules.
actor does the cat. Yeah, the cat's the best.
I can't think of the cat.
Salem.
Which I feel like is like a Sam reference. I feel like they knew what they were doing.
Karina, we watched the new one, the Netflix one, and I think like the last episode or something, they like different dimensions, and they bring in the ants from the original.
That's
cool.
But
not what's her name?
Awesome. Melissa.
No. She don't need that.
They just bring in the ants from a multiverse. That's weird.
One of the ants is like
No
on your
Salem?
left, and they like do the portal.
The portal on your left, and they run by.
Yeah, just the ants.
I mean, the ants are cool.
No boyfriend.
Well, fuck the boyfriend,
No
bro.
cat.
It's a great
I
show.
think maybe they mentioned the cat.
It's a great show.
Yeah. I haven't watched it in a while.
The original.
Clarissa. Yeah. Melissa Joan Hart. Yeah,
she's fantastic.
That show was great.
And like, I don't know.
Was great.
It's just such like corny like high school shit, but she's a witch, so she can do this, and it's just so like, yeah.
Did you watch Clarissa Explains It All?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
The alligator?
She's now just a witch. Yeah. Is it like that same vibe of like, high school problems, but here she's a witch now?
Yeah.
Like looking back at it.
Yeah, looking back at it, yeah.
Yeah, but it feels more like a TGIF show. It doesn't.
Well, yeah, because they did it. They did it instead of Nickelodeon. Yeah. They were like, I think Cher's right though. They like saw what she did on that show and was like, how can we make this even better? And then they swooped her, took her away from Nickelodeon, brought her over to like CBS or whatever, and then they made, and then adding the witch thing also like, really like, I don't know, gives it something extra.
It reminds me of Out of This World, very Out of This World. Watch that, where she freezes time from the early 90s.
Yeah,
it's very
it's very Bewitched. You know, I mean, it's straight up. It's straight up Bewitched.
That is what it is.
Yeah, it's straight Bewitched, or even I Dream a Genie has a like because I Dream a Genie and Bewitched are kind of like lay the groundwork for what this show really is, a sitcom with somebody that has magical abilities. Yeah. Anyways, I've been watching that. I don't even know how the fuck we got on that. I was trying to wrap up the show. But yeah, great Halloween episode. But yeah, we'll do a. I still want to do a tier list. I didn't even look at what Halloween tier list. I thought the games would be fun just to try our trivia because I figured we would know all the horror. Out of the three of us, we've seen like every fucking horror movie probably. You know. So, anyways,
Scooby Doo's is the only thing that threw us.
I'm gonna watch the fucking Scooby Doo.
He's got something to prove.
There's one that takes place in New Orleans that's pretty good. Like I watched it.
Well, Alessandra, I think, is coming by on Thursday. I think they're going to stop by.
Watch the one that everyone's referencing where I wonder if that's Spooky Island where Shaggy turns into like Goku, where he's like got ultra instincts.
Oh, I don't know.
I want to know what that meme's about. Yeah.
But I mean, I'll probably, if anything, it'll be on in the background.
Yeah.
More so than it will actually be on. Sorry.
Maybe want to watch Adam's.
Fucking business text. Yeah, that's the end of the show. Boom, 100 episodes, 100 more to come. Maybe some Halloween tier listing. Next week we'll talk about some video games too. I got to talk about Curse Golf, so we'll get into that next week. Halloween part 2.